Woo, we don't even have time for intros or anything like that. What's going on, guys? Nathan here, one half of your Hill brothers. There's an ACC championship going on. They decided to start this thing at 12 o'clock, and I was at church doing church things and everything, and I went to the store and grabbed some more drinks. But we've made it, and North Carolina's gotten now extremely hot in this game. Now, I don't think I can let you guys listen to the broadcast with me, but what I think I can do, and I'm going to try, is there is a service that Alan put me on. Currently, North Carolina's up 4-0. Clemson's got the bases loaded. They had no outs with the bases loaded. Their best hitter, who just run on a grand slam yesterday, was struck out. Lynch has caught fire all of a sudden. It's an 0-2 count. Carolina is trying to get out of this situation. And, come on, that's close. It's a stressful moment. It's a stressful time. North Carolina come out hot in this game against Clemson. I wasn't expecting that, quite frankly. Kind of surprised me. Clemson's a good ball club. North Carolina seems to be allergic to ACC championships. And I just didn't know how I was going to feel about this game coming in. But holy cow, has Lynch went crazy here. 2-2 count. It's all right. We're all right. Okay. I think what I can do, though, is I can let you guys listen to there is a service, the varsity. I'm trying to watch this and that at the same time. Ooh, that's foul. That is foul. Thank you, Jesus. That is foul. Varsity Network. Varsity Network. I think we can try that out. And you guys, I think if I do this, I can actually pull in a broadcast that we can listen to without it being an issue. I definitely can. Hold on a second. I'm gonna bring this in. Uh, let's go. We got it out. All right, we got it. We got it out. We got it out. Hold on a second. I think you guys. I'm trying to make sure that you guys can listen. I'm gonna pull up the Varsity Network. That way we have you guys can hear the broadcast and listen to it. That way you're not just looking at me at the screen. Let me make sure. Hear the broadcast and listen to it. Because this is possible. Let's go. Okay. So you guys couldn't hear that. So here's what I'll do. Let's share screen. There we go. There we go. Also include tab audio. Just the window. Here we go. All right. So there's that. This is the network that I'm on. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna kind of just put this right here. You guys should be able to hear it.
Very much intact.
There we go. I think you guys can hear that. I'm about positive.
No runs, 2 hits, no errors.
Here, I'm gonna close this out and update it. That way we've got updated.
You didn't start a business just to keep the lights on. You're here to sell more.
We'll cut the audio on it there. We don't need to hear their advertisements, but okay. All right, I think we're good now. Can you guys, if you guys can hear that, give me a yeah on that. Yeah. So North Carolina has found themselves in the ACC championship. They beat Florida State yesterday, 2 days ago. Beat Florida State. Took care of them. Clemson took care of Georgia Tech and got themselves here. And I forgot North Carolina's first matchup. Oh, it was against bless their name. Cal. They beat Cal, which was a team that I'm not Cal, Boston College, which was a team that got hot there for a second. And they come out hot in the game, and thankfully Carolina found themselves taking care of business against BC there. And this has been this has been a good run for North Carolina. I really wasn't. I was kind of questioning whether or not North Carolina was going to be able to get this thing done, but they've done a good job with it. That is for sure. So here, I'm going to drop this down just a little bit because that's kind of this thing right here is kind of irrelevant. Wait. What does this do? Move layer back. I didn't think about this. Save. Update. Aha. Okay, so you guys should be. Okay, so we should have the. Let me go back over to the tab and give you guys audio because we are back now.
Make that quick trigger, go to the bullpen, stays with the freshman, and lets him experience that confidence-building moment.
One
Back
out.
at the top of the order in Kepley. Lefty takes high 1-0. And just judging by statistical history, Lynch has had a career day. He's tied his career high for innings pitched with 4. He's tied his career high with 7 strikeouts. He's not
trying not to go too loud with it.
Against the Clemson Tigers, who scored 9 of them yesterday and beating Georgia Tech 9-4.
Sweet. I think that sounds good. I think we're good now.
Field.
Yeah. I think that's good now.
Not sure if a baseball got free or what. The bullpens are exposed here.
But North Carolina's bats have come out hot
continues
today. And then it helps
have
that
activity with Olin Johnson.
Dropped. What was
Getting
it?
Up
2 balls to start the game.
To get back to work, and there's a strike fired by Dvorsky to Kepley.
To get runners on
evens things at
first
1 and
second.
1. With 1 down in the bottom of the 4th base.
No, got a runner on second, and then they drop it again to bring to take the runner from second and bring him home.
In the first
Tar Heel Ron, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Uh-oh. Why did we having some network issues? Come on back. You can do it. Oh. It's a 2-1 count right now. I'm watching it right here, so I'll keep an eye. Varsity Up just kind of had a little shutdown, so I'll get that back up as soon as possible. Doing it now, but I can actually pull up the analytics of this game. Is that a possible thing? Actually, I think it will show me the analytics. We all know sometimes the games, for some reason, when it comes to college baseball, ESPN and everybody else do not care for, giving us, what is it? The Gamecast. There you go. They don't like giving us Gamecast for some reason. But North Carolina's bats have come out hot. The pitching has been off the chain. Hi. I don't know what the internet's not being nice. If I have to, I will switch it to my phone. Good to see you again as well, Tar Heel Ron. It has been a minute. I have missed you, my brother. Love seeing the positive vibes come from you. There we go. Sweet. There we go.
And Kepley's still in there.
Sweet. All right, so we're good. We're back.
Out to begin
We're back.
The game to the catcher, Gerald. Had a sac fly when Dvorsky came in the game.
2 outs.
Second go around between
Bottom of
these
the
two with
fourth.
the count full.
Who's up on the plate?
The 3-2. Kepley lifts it
this
to
thing's
right.
this thing's just a
Wentworth
hair
got
behind.
A late jump.
So Jackson Vanderbrake is up now.
Makes the catch. And Kepley halfway around first base.
Audio is a little bit behind.
And it heads into the Tar Heels dugout. First out, make that second out of the inning.
Dvorsky settling in a little bit here after giving up the RBI single to Alex Madero. It's now 4 straight retired.
Go Heels! And also, we got to keep an eye on the women. The women's lacrosse team. They're playing. They're playing they're playing what North. Was it Northwestern? Northwestern in the national championship for women's lacrosse.
The other thing,
also, I'm gonna pull up ESPN on that.
Clemson's not hitting batters. They're not committing errors. They've been a lot better in the field over this last inning and change.
Oh, Vanderbrake. Right to the third baseman. That's out. All right. So
another strike call makes it.
We're going to the top of the 5th.
The RBI for Vandy, his 48th.
Clemson has been better in this last inning, just like it was like Dave Nathan said
2 years ago in his first campaign. Next pitch. That's a solid smack, but right at the third baseman. Pano position near the line, behind third to glove it. And the inning is over.
That's all right. That's okay.
French grounds out.
That's okay.
Kepley flies out. Vandenbrake lines out. And, Matt, that's a 1-2-3 frame for the first time all day with Clemson in the field.
And Clemson's starting to pick up a little bit.
Tar Heels, though, have kept Clemson off the scoreboard. And
Clemson is starting to find their rhythm a little bit.
The fifth inning when we come
Tar
back.
Heels make the move to the pen. We'll give you the skinny on Olin when we come back after this. 4 innings in the books. Carolina leads Clemson at the ACC Baseball Championship. It's the title game. 4-0 Tar Heels from Learfield.
Trying to get the lacrosse board.
On game day, there's nothing like tailgating, touchdowns, and Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cool, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea.
The ESPN.
Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer.
Okay, you have to go through the stickers up top to find that.
Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Playing baseball at the highest level requires excellent physical conditioning, and keeping your home in the best shape requires physical attention too.
I love the Varsity
partner of
Network, but
Carolina Athletics.
we're gonna bring that down some. That way we're not listening to advertisements. But hold on a second. Trying to get the ESPN, like the app is so much easier. No, Ron, this is one and done. This is one and we're done. They were doing last year, or years previous, they were doing the best of 3, I think it was, series, but then they changed it since they added teams to the league. All the teams that they added back through whatever you want to call it, women's NCAA lacrosse. Here we are, finally. There we go. 3. Ooh, Carolina is leading Northwestern 7-3 in the third. And women's lacrosse. Could we potentially double up on Championship Sunday? Right here before Memorial Day, could we do it? I believe we can. Yes, I do. Oh, Olin Johnson. Looks like he's taking his strut to the mound. Let me get Varsity back up. Here we go.
While he's been good this year out of the pen,
Yeah.
haven't seen or heard much.
Let me know how the audio sounds. Is it too much? Is it good? Let me know how it sounds.
April the 29th, the last time that he pitched. And there's a couple of reasons why. Number one is that Carolina's starting pitchers have been so great that
Currently doing all
Tar
the
Heels haven't
sharing
had
on
to use many relievers. And also, there were those rain
can put
cancellations
one right
throughout the
there
month of May, the exam break,
in
etc.
left field.
So it's not as long
Got
of
a
a
batter
layoff
on-
as you may imagine.
Got a guy on first.
Leads off the 5th with a line drive into left field.
What's my 2 championships today?
One pitch for Johnson. One
Hopefully the
hit for Clemson.
ACC and the women's lacrosse.
And Chufo arrives at first to lead off the 5th. Setting
Two.
the table for
Yeah, I'd love to,
Cantarella,
man. I will say one thing.
who
Clemson's
reached
starting
on
to
an
pick it
error
up.
in the first and
Clemson's
took
starting to pick it
walk
up.
in
They
the
already
third.
they got a
4-0 Heels at the top of 5.
I'm gonna see if I can't.
When Johnson has
I'm
pitched,
actually going
he's been
to
good. He
stop
lasts around-
this broadcast, restart it, and see if it's updated because I'm a little bit ahead of the broadcast you guys are hearing. I've got ESPN. I actually got the game in front of me, which I wish I could show you guys.
Carolina, when you win 41 games, you're usually not in a position to have to come from behind. This has been a tough team.
I got the game in front of me, and it's a little bit ahead
2025
of the Varsity Network, which you guys are hearing.
Johnson spiked it. Stevenson deflects it. Ball rolls in front of the dish. Chufo at first base stays put.
0-2
One
count.
ball and 2 strikes to Cantarella.
Oh, okay. Now they're ahead of me.
It feels like Carolina has not squandered many leads this year at all. It feels like if the opponent builds some sort of an early lead, then
Oh, yeah.
it hasn't
They're really
gone
ahead of
well
me
for
now.
the Heels.
Sweet. Okay,
Teams
I like
this
that.
year
I'd rather
have
you guys be
scored
ahead than
way
me.
More often than not. Tar Heels roll
We
the
could
regular.
experience this together.
Johnson's 1-2 to Cantarella. Low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cantarella 1 for 3 with a run, and RBI and a double against the Hokies. 4 for 5 against the Pack. 1 for 5 with another run and an RBI against the Jackets. 6 for 13 entering play today in Durham. Johnson steps off. Chufo retreats to first, and Canarella steps out of the left-handed batter's box. 4-0. Carolina leads Clemson in the 5th. Nobody out, and Carolina into its bullpen. 2-2. Canarella swings and grounds to second. Vanderbrake throws to Madera.
Second,
cover,
double play.
Madera throws to Stokely.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
6-3 with the shift in play.
The double play, baby. Let's go.
Executed and perfectly done by
Holy
Carolina.
cow. Hey, Ace, put some halters on that momentum that Clemson was gaining right there.
Hot shot.
I'm actually going to give you guys the score at the bottom.
And the Tar Heels turn it flawlessly. 4-6-3. 30th double play of the season for the Tar Heels. Second straight inning where Clemson gets a leadoff single, and it feels like the opportunity goes by the wayside.
Purify next up, swings and grounds to Madera, hoovers it up, throws to first.
Boom. Now we can head to the bottom of the 5th.
Chufo gets the leadoff single on the first pitch. Canarella hits into his 7th GDP this year. Feels like a big number for such a big
There we
player.
go. How about that?
How's
that? Does that work for you guys? Can I edit that too?
Pitch, 1 out display. And we go to the bottom half of the 5th. It is still 4-0 Carolina. We're back to the DBAP after this with
Sweet.
Stevenson, Galler, and Stokely built for the Tar Heels from Learfield.
All righty, guys. That's what I'm talking about, man. So, okay, now that I got the Varsity Outroar, and I'm so happy that freaking Alan told me about the Varsity Network all that time ago. But now we can listen to it. You guys listen to it. We got the score posted up at the bottom. We can have this time. We can have ourselves a good time. I'm actually going to invite Alan if he's able to come on. We will see. He could very well be busy doing Alan things. Whatever he does. 1, 2, there we go. Make sure I had to log into my email real quick. Use Chrome without. Yeah, I'm not doing that. To recipients, Mr. Hills. There he is. And sent it over to him. So there we go. Boom, boom. Sweet. Okay. Okay, cool. So now we're good. Twitter is rolling and YouTube is rolling. Good to see. You are live. Okay, we are live on Twitter. Okay, just wanted to double check. North Carolina's pitching. I knew this game was going to be a pitching game. That's for sure. Clemson's pitching last year really wasn't all that great. They definitely fixed that last year. By the way, you see we got the Carolina and the orange. We like that. We got it going on. But sure enough, they didn't have great pitching last year. They fixed that problem this year. The pitching has been pretty good. And North Carolina, I mean, Scott Forbes did a really good job of building up that bullpen. You lost a lot of guys last year, and that really sucked. You really hated to lose all the guys that you did. But so many players have just come out and especially on the mound, that was the biggest question is where's your offense going to come from? By God, if it's not here with Vanderbrake and all them, Gallagher
for 2 of the runs scored, awaits the first pitch.
And Bass, he's done a great job. Stokely, as always.
Takes a fastball 1-0.
Ooh.
Stevenson homered in both games.
Stevenson, oh, how I forgot him.
Has driven in 5. The 1-0.
Come on, Lukey.
Ball 2 outside.
He's due for 1, right? They're trying to throw outside on him, trying to get him to reach for it.
Luke's home run tally is up to 18 on the season.
18 home runs, my dog.
2-0.
Luke is like the most nonchalant guy that there is.
3.
I love him.
Dvorsky can't find the strike zone with a bread and butter fastball.
And before the at-bat can even conclude, activity.
They're gonna walk him. They're gonna walk him. They don't want that smoke with him.
The second baseman, 10 paces back on the right center field grass. The shortstop, Chufo behind the bag at second with the pitch on the way. High for ball 4. Stevenson takes about as many walks as anybody. Second in the ACC.
I'll take that.
11th in the country. Strolls down to first base.
Gallagher coming up. Who's it? Stokely behind him. Yeah. I mean, that's a pretty good 1, 2, 3 right there. I'll take that, dude. I'll 100% take that. Hey, I want to know where that dude got his shirt. That shirt is awesome.
Now Gallagher coming to the plate, who's seeing the ball about as well as anybody.
He's got like that like that,
Couple of doubles today, both
kind of like the
through
coach's
Monster.
shirt. It's got like a zipper right here. There's a hoodie in the collar and everything. I've got one,
There's a delay.
but it's got the Tar Heel instead of the UNC logo.
Going around out of the grass berm in dead center field got onto the field.
Whoa.
Well, while we clean that up, Stevenson
Kid threw the ball.
Michael Bush for 6th all-time in a single season with 55
There is a
walks.
kid out there running around with a shirt that says Duke Energy, and it's a Duke shirt. Come on,
First pitch to Gallagher.
They just love us.
Strike, and the righty falls behind 0-1.
You guys are just a smidge ahead of me, like in my ear.
Cubs in the bigs, representing Carolina well at the game's highest level. The 0-1. Gallagher, another good piece of contact, lines to the shortstop. Good play by Chufo. Fires late back to first. Stevenson is safe.
Whew.
Gallagher, who had doubled twice in his 2 previous ABs, has what looked to be an extra base hit, maybe taken away by the shortstop on the 0-6 for the first out of the 5th. It remains 4-0 Carolina.
Solid contact all the way around for Gallagher. He is seeing the ball well today.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure you guys can hear everything good.
Into the most important time of the year. Selection Monday tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
All indications point towards the Tar Heels getting a top 8 national seed as Stokely looks at a
curveball. I'd figure so. I mean, unless they lose today, but I would still. I don't believe they'll come out in the minute number 3 already.
Half of the 5th, 4-0 Carolina leads Clemson. The 1-0. Downstairs, 2-0 to the Big Cat.
Carolina in the top 8.
I know Stokely will stoke that ball too.
The Heels probably will be somewhere in the 3 to 5 seed range. I'd be a little surprised if it's anywhere above or below that range.
The 2-0 to Stokely. Shot behind Coach Jackson in the first base coach's box towards the Clemson bullpen. Foul, 2-1. Tar Heels probably the first non-SEC team to get a good seat next to their name tomorrow.
Currently checking on the women.
4-7 though in the ACC baseball championship. 2-1.
Right here at the end of the 3rd in the women's lacrosse championship.
Left, but foul.
Dang.
Left of the pole, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Dang.
I would guess Texas, Arkansas, Vanderbilt, potentially 2 of those 3 or all 3 in front of the Tar Heels. Maybe if the committee gets really SEC happy, you put LSU in there ahead of them as well.
Yeah, I wonder who's going to be in our regional.
The 2-2 runner takes off. Stokely swings. There's a big fly deep to right center field. Goodbye.
Oh, let's go!
Cat with a big
let's go! Let's go! Woo!
And this place has turned Carolina blue with all the fans standing around the D-BAP. Home run Hunter Stokely.
Boom.
His 13th on the year.
Well, if the
RBIs 54 and 55. The lead is a half dozen for Carolina.
There we go. There we go. Still 1 out in the bottom of the 5th.
A lot of the plate.
Dude, he crushed that thing.
Into his power here in his final season.
There wasn't even a question of whether or not that ball was going to be out.
With a homer to remember.
Or not.
And a 6-0 advantage feels so much larger than 4-0, especially given Clemson's opportunities to creep back into this game.
Don't mess with Stokes, baby. Don't mess with Stokes.
That Carolina home run, the 71st on the season, is brought to you by
Give him the big hat. Give him the big hat.
Do it. About the Carolinas. Dvorsky is done.
Oh, Dvorsky's coming out.
Clemson makes another call to the bullpen, where it comes up with Hudson Lee.
Who's up next? And right up after Stokely, it's
so much for Dvorsky for keeping things under control.
Oh, no, I forgot who's behind Stokes.
Orioles up 6-0 in the bottom half of the 5th inning, in this game has such a different feel than the first 2 played by Carolina. The Tar Heels were down 2-0 for almost the entirety of their first matchup against Boston College before scoring 7 unanswered runs and a final 2 frames to win 7-2. And then yesterday, That was a prize fight between two of the best heavyweights to do it. Carolina and Florida State. The Tar Heels broke open a 5-all game in the top of the 9th to win 7-5. Today, the Tar Heels jumped out 1-0 in the first, got 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 more here in the fifth, and have not looked back.
And Florida State was the team that knocked North Carolina out, if you guys remember,
this game goes how
in the World Series. Their bats got hot. They went crazy.
That looks like the
knocked us out. We lost to Tennessee, and then we had to face Florida State, and Florida State got us.
Truly put its stranglehold on this game, but a very different story from yesterday's back-and-forth seesaw affair against Florida State that went to the 9th, tied up at 5.
The book closed on Dvorsky. 3 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, all earned. 1 walk and 1 strike.
I was wondering to see if they had like
on the second arm out of the pen, Matt Krause can tell
like
you,
our
blessed
you
need to know about the Roebuck South Carolina Southpaw.
There's North Carolina versus Syracuse. There's
stands 6'4", 230.
Oh,
and comes out of the bullpen.
Never mind. Hold on a second. I'll make a new one. I'll make a new one. Make sure we doll up our screen a little bit more.
They've all come in relief. No record of 3.86 ERA.
This feels like a team that, you know, Carolina can.
Runs, just 6 of them.
I mean, with the way Carolina's really kind of gotten hot recently, it feels like Carolina could seriously find themselves back in the World Series again. Now you gotta get there. We don't know what that is going to look like, what that road looks like yet.
Madera next up,
but Carolina has really found themselves in a great spot, and they're hungry, dog. They are hungry,
and it's 1-0.
And this team's clicking well, which is huge.
Through the first 2 games, 1 for 10 in Durham. The 1-0, Madera not cheated. Lines into the gap in left center field. That bounces on the track in front of the scoreboard. Take 2.
Woo!
And he's into second, standing up with a double.
Madera! Dude, Madera's clutch too, man.
Madera nearly legged out an infield single in the second. Came up with an RBI knock in the third. And now his second consecutive hit. Veteran player let it get deep. Went the opposite way on the 90-mile-an-hour fastball. And the Tar Heels keep the line moving in the 5th.
Tyson Bass next up to the plate, 0 for 1 of the run scored. Runner takes off from second, throw down to third, not even close.
Oof.
Madera's in face
Let's
first
go.
for the stolen base.
Let's go, Madera.
If you
So now only one out.
Has shown
Only one out.
the
Madera on
nature
third. Who's up?
of a lion in today's game, Matt.
I forgot.
They
Who's
have
up on?
absolutely gone after Clemson in every way possible. Infield comes in now.
Yeah.
Dude, great timing.
Called strike to Bass, count even at
Tyson
1-1.
Bass. Tyson Bass is up.
And if the Tar Heels are indeed playing the role of the lion, the Lions are eating the Tigers. Oh my, 6-0 our score in the 5th.
All right, Dave Nathan, calm down now.
Bass lays into it. High fly. That's deep to left center field. And it is over the wall.
Let's go!
Gone. Tyson.
Let's go!
8-0 Carolina. The route is officially on in Durham.
Holy cow!
And it's
Hold on, I
got to
update my ticker again.
Who have not had the big hits throughout the weekends, coming through here in the 5th with the long ball.
Bass is running through a
Let's go, guys. Let's go!
Into the third
All right.
base dugout. When the Heels got his services out of North Carolina.
I was late to the party. I was a little late to this party.
Double-figure home
but by
runs.
God,
That's
we still made it
on
in time for the show.
And it gives the Tar Heels an 8-0 lead.
Dang, boy.
Swung past a slider. 0-1 as another home run brought to you by Lowe's Food, supporting home plate since 1954.
There we go. Guys, make sure I get gotta get my colors in there.
Pitch, same result, a swinging strike on the slider.
I'm still probably 3 to 4 seconds behind on the TV, so that's why I'm like listening for it. I know I got it right here,
Carolina leads
but
Clemson
Still, I'm all right. Hey, we're in this together, everybody. We are in this together.
The 0-2.
Next.
And Hargett fouled it off Gerald, the catcher. Comes up a little gimpy as he
0-2.
tries to walk that off. I think that adds injury.
I look like it hurt too, Doc.
You would think so.
Clemson has no runs, 3 hits, and an error. The Tar Heels have 8 runs, 7 hits, and an error. And as this event has worn on, the Tar Heels have done nothing but get better. It might have taken until the 7th offensively against Boston College for the bats to come to life. But boy, have they ever.
Well, baseball's a rhythm game. And
0-2, that is just barely poked foul past first base.
Uh-oh.
Against the brickwork, still nothing at 2 to Hargett.
That does look good too. Man, that was a close foul ball too, Doc.
Nature, the Tar Heels have not been in much of a routine through the month of May. It's somewhat weird in that regard where, you're getting to the end of the season, but yet the routine hasn't been there. Carolina hadn't played many games.
Leads 0-2 to Hargett, roams outside with the fastball, 1-2.
The Heels played 6 games the entire month of May prior to Friday night. That was May the 23rd, but now they seem to be back in rhythm.
Still in the body at 1-2 count.
Make that HBP number 1 for Lee.
Ooh.
That's the 3rd time a Tar Heel's been hit, and they've all
no joke, man.
The same, where the ball skips right in front of the plate and catches somebody on a foot.
Yeah, just bounced right off his little tootsie toes.
Carter French next,
which is pretty good because we were at a 1-2 count right there.
Rhythm. This is something.
So now you get a runner on first. There's only one out
because there's no midweek game between the end of the tournament. Eric Backich is going to go to the mound here, but no midweek game between the end of the tournament and regionals. Same situation with a super regional. If you make quick work of a regional, you're not playing Monday, and then you don't play again until Friday, maybe even Saturday. And so some of that rhythm that you may find in the month of April, where you're playing 4 times a week and
still 4-7
9 hitters in your order are pretty well
established. 8-4. No, wait.
Can go away when the schedule gets more choppy. It's one of the reasons why you see in the big leagues, Dave, so many struggles of those teams.
Why does it keep doing that? It shows 8-4 and then it'll go back to 7-4. Did something happen? Did they thought they scored and they didn't?
Games. But Carolina,
I'm talking about the women's lacrosse at this point.
Perhaps being a little out of rhythm, and the Tar Heels seem to be rolling toward a trophy.
It'd be the first time since 2022? In 2021, 2022? Since North Carolina's won the ACC. It was quite honestly, I wish they would have played this in Charlotte. I'd been able to go to that. But yeah, I think this is it would be, if North Carolina wins this and finishes this out, it'll be the first since 2022, I believe. And then Clemson won it the year after in 23. So, but dude, Carolina's coming out hot. Clemson's pitching is pretty daggum decent, to say the least. And Carolina has just been all over them. But honestly, it's defensively, like when at the top of the 5th, when Clemson kind of found a little bit of rhythm, or at that, top of the 4th, when Clemson found rhythm, they had the bases loaded, no outs at all, bases loaded. Their best hitter comes up, he's knocked out, and Lynch goes nuts on the mound, and 3 straight strikeouts. Nobody gets in. Awesome, dude. Carolina has just, they came out hot. But then as Clemson's tried to get back in it, they just shut them back down. They calm down and shut them down. And that's something that is going to be huge moving on when you've got regionals and super regionals. And we saw last year with West Virginia when they came to town, and LSU and how that ended up playing out. You're going to need some guys, a.k.a. like a Dalton Pence from last year. You still got Manny Mateus. That's going to come in and just win. Hey, all right. You're catching some heat. You might be finding a rhythm. We can calm down and shut you down and get you up out and keep handling our business. And if we keep scoring offensively, I think we're going to be okay. And we really do have a good lineup. We seriously do. Some guys struggle at times, but for the most part, when Carolina's bats is rolling like this, good luck. Just good luck. They're gonna score like crazy. So I'm bottom of the fifth. We still got to get there. Let me get to the bottom of the seventh before I start saying anything. But
Tar Heels playing game 3 and Clemson playing game 4.
Yeah,
the heavy advantage flipping to Carolina.
We'll just wait a little bit before I get a little too excited.
Fitzgerald ready to get going with a runner at first. That's Perry Hargett, and 1 down in the 5th. Carolina 8, Clemson nothing. French, a lefty, swings and pelts the first pitch up against the netting near the Tar Heels bullpen. Foul, 0-1. And while that change was taking place, Olin Johnson went back to the bullpen to try to stay warm. Again, it is a warm day. Temperatures up into the mid-70s, but looks like it's going to be a while before Olin gets back out there as French takes the ball to count 1-1. Coach Forbes.
He's got his like little aviator things on. Looks pretty cool.
Third base coach's box. Coach Jackson across the way behind the bag at first as Hargett takes the lead. 1-1. That's bashed in between second and short, bouncing into center field. And how about Hargett turning on the afterburners and going first to third?
Let's go.
French with his first single today. And the Tar Heels have runners at the corners. Kane Kepley at the plate, the 8th Tar Heel to hit in the bottom of 5.
Bottom of the order, getting the job done. Hargett and French
put it in a perfect spot
over the course of this game.
He put that ball in a perfect spot
twice as well. Now looking through the order, Kane Kepley, who's coming to the plate now, is the only Tar Heel who has not reached today, though he does have a sacrifice fly.
Carolina has hit anybody that's on the mound for Clemson as Kepley pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. 0-1 to the center fielder.
Dang, if he had got that bat up just a smidge, dude, he would have crushed that ball. That was a ball, bro.
We're in the bottom of the 5th. 8-0 Heels. Pitch. Low, and it nearly squirted away from Gerald. Hargett remains at third base, and French stays put at first. Nearly a sellout crowd at the DBAP. Tar Heel fans getting to see what they paid for.
I wish I was up there. Seriously, I do.
That's launched foul off.
I really do.
And it's a 1-2 count to Kepley.
Kepley wants one, dude. You can see Kepley wants one right now. He's like, you know what? Everybody's getting off. I want to get mine. I want to get mine.
That might be a wise investment as Kepley lashes a line drive foul to left, and it's still 1-2.
Kepley's trying to destroy that ball.
Tomorrow on Selection Monday, who the Tar Heels will have at the Bosch beginning on Friday. Runners at first and third, 1 down in the 5th. Kepley, he serves a line drive into left field. Hargett in from third, 9-0 Carolina. Kepley's second RBI.
That's what I'm talking about.
And the avalanche of offense, is rolling downhill in the Bull City.
Let's go, guys. Holy cow, let's go. I got to update.
Now every single Tar Heel has reached base over the course of this game.
Boom.
Two-seamer running away from Kepley, but still caught the outside corner of the
Carolina came in to the bottom of the 5th.
Kepley
up 4-0.
Moving for the Tar Heels.
They have scored 5 runs, have runners on first and second, and only have 1 out.
Vanderbrake takes a ball low, 1-0.
And Jackson Vanderbrake's up.
So either Clemson's going to try to get back into this game, or they're just going to sit here and take it. 9-0 Carolina in the middle innings with runners at first and second and 1 down.
Yeah, go Heels.
Next pitch, fastball inside. 2-0 to Vandy, who's 1 for 3 with an RBI single. It's the most runs Carolina's put up in the event.
They're going nuts, man.
2-0.
Uh-oh.
That is driven high, deep, and gone. Look out. Jackson
It hit the almost hit the Tobacco Road sign.
12-0 Carolina.
Let's go. Holy cow.
Moonshot home run for Jackson Vanderbrake.
Boy, that was the appetizer, the entree, and dessert if you're feasting at the sports bar.
They're going through
Jackson
the lineup.
Vanderbrake
Carolina's just going through the lineup. They don't even care no more.
Shot.
Holy cow.
And the Tar Heels.
Mercy.
have
Mercy.
put an 8 spot
Help them.
in the 5th.
Golly.
12
I like
nothing
Clemson. I got no issues with Clemson at
on
all.
a team that
But,
had won
oh
6
my
consecutive
God.
coming to the ballpark today.
Jesus. I wish this was like, I wish we were facing Duke or something like that. We
These
were doing
two
this.
teams
I just
couldn't have a
do.
different look right now.
Oh man, that is nuts, dog. Clemson's a good ball club. This isn't. Clemson's no scrub. Number 5. Come on now, Clemson's no scrub. Today is a day of just.
And that is certainly showing itself.
UNC's just got it. And Luke Stevenson's up. All right, so golly, they've scored 8 runs.
This is Luke Stevenson next up.
Holy cow.
And he swings at the first pitch. It's a towering fly to shallow center field.
Oof.
Canarella comes in, and this time he gloves it. He committed an earlier error on a Stevenson pop-up that turned into Carolina's first
All right,
run.
there's your second out.
And ever since that moment, Carolina has been the aggressor in today's contest, currently leading 12-0 in the 5th. 8 runs in a single inning. Not the most that Carolina's put up this year, but not far off.
Carolina's just going crazy, dog.
Here's Gallagher. Swing and a miss on a slider, 0-1. Tar Heels scored 9 in the 6th against Gardner-Webb in that 7-inning no-hitter. Also 9 in the 4th against Queens. The 0-1, Gallagher lines a base hit the other way through the right side, and he's aboard for the first time this inning.
Good old Jackson. I love Jackson. Jackson's one of my favorites. Or no, sorry, Gallagher. But yes, Jackson Vanderbrake is also one of my favorites too.
Gallagher was robbed earlier in the inning. Not so right there.
Stokely was the one that lit the lamp with the first 2-run homer.
Oh man, UNC Tar Heels at Go Heels on Twitter was like watching both at Diamond Hills and UNC women's lacrosse, and it's both Ramsey and RJ going.
A mound meeting once again for Clemson.
Like that.
Will give us an
That's good stuff.
Just after the top of the hour to pause 10 seconds.
Wow, here we go. Women's lacrosse 9-4 currently with 8:14 left. And North Carolina demolishing Clemson. I honestly, it's very surprisingly, I was not expecting Carolina to be doing what they're doing right now. But holy cow, Championship Sunday is looking absolutely crazy. Crazy enough, I got to get another drink. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the Varsity Network back on for you guys, let you guys listen, and I will be back in just one moment. You guys hold it down for me. I'll be right back. In a second, I can turn up the audio.
10-2 in the championship game. Tar Heels hunting their 9th ACC
Don't
title.
score until I get back, okay?
First since
Don't score.
Actually,
I think it will cut it off because I've got my headphones on.
It also put Carolina on track to host a
I got an
regional,
idea.
and eventually, because of how things fell that year, a super regional against Arkansas.
Yeah, that was the year where Carolina was a little bit up and down earlier in the season, costing the Tar Heels a top 8 national seed. So that was a circumstance where the Heels needed an upset in the other regional that was matched up against Chapel Hill. In that case, it was the Stillwater Regional. Arkansas pulled the upset on Oklahoma State, sent Arkansas to Chapel Hill. The Razorbacks did earn the win in that super regional, though, to advance to the College World Series. But certainly some similar vibes to 2022, at least coming down the stretch. A big series win against Florida State the final week of the regular season. Knock on wood, an ACC championship, and then the opportunity to play at home.
$12-0. Carolina all over Clemson in the ACC baseball championship title game. So, Matt, the Tigers go back into the pen. And Noah Samel gets the ball another southpaw. Is he the guy that can get Clemson through this inning and into the 6th?
Oh, it's only his 7th appearance. Of the season. 4th in relief, 0-1 record rather. 10.80 ERA. 6 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 8 runs, all earned, 7 walks to 5 strikeouts. Opponents bat .217 against him. There were a couple of names that Clemson was considering using over the course of this game, and names like Fitzgerald and Samuel not among them. These are deeper arms as the Tigers now are just trying to get out of town. From a Clemson perspective, I think they're trying to channel their inner Florida State from last year. Last year's ACC championship game was a 12-run Duke win, 16-4 over Florida State. Seminoles were run out of the building in Charlotte, but still made it to the College World Series after regrouping. And that's got to be Clemson's mindset now.
Taking a quick glance back at history, the most runs Carolina's ever scored in an ACC tournament game, 20 against Duke back in 2004 in Salem, Virginia. And like Matt Krause just told you, without a run rule, we're playing the full 9 today. 12 zip heels in the 5th. Samuels pitch to Stokely. Down and into the lefty. 1-0. Stokely 1 for 3 with the 2-run homer coming earlier this inning. Stokely's hit safely in all 3 games in Durham. Next pitch. Knock foul. 1-1 to Stokely.
And there's no run rule in the NCAA tournament as well, so run rule games are done for the season after yesterday.
Runner at first is Gallagher. He's got a lead. The 1-1 pitch to Stokely. Called a strike on the extreme outside corner. 1-2. Clemson, just in case you're curious, has Priest, Pano, and Listy, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, due up in the top half of the 6th. Next offering. Bounces in front of the catcher. Down to second goes Gallagher. He's in there on the wild pitch, just beating the throw.
All right.
2 balls and 2 strikes.
Now we're back. Had to get some refreshments. Got some barbecue sandwiches because there's no run rules, as Dave Nathan just mentioned. So we're gonna be in this one for a little while. We're gonna be in it. We still can't get out of the bottom of the 5th. Got a 2-2 count. Runner on second. 2 outs. And who was that? Is that Stokes?
And Eric Bakich has
I think that's Stokes.
come out of the dugout and requested
Hollywood
an umpire review.
Does he think Stokely might have interfered with the catcher?
That's got to be the only thing that they can look at.
An ump review. Whatever. That's okay.
12-0 game, and the umpires will go put the headset on.
Well, if you're Eric Bakich, you've got to do what you can to protect your players and put them in some sort of a position to succeed. And I don't fault him for doing this, but as we get a second look at it, Hunter Stokely simply did not move.
Yeah.
When the ball was in front of the catcher.
Interference is a judgment call, but you're right. He did not move.
I was talking earlier at lunch today about how Hunter's twitching. He's got great reflexes, but he was stuck in concrete on that last play. And I don't think there's any question the throw down to second wasn't anywhere close to getting the diving Gavin Gallagher.
Yeah,
Gallagher extremely safe there.
Yeah, he's safe on that one. It's close. I mean, it looks good, but no, he had that one.
So we wait on the review. Matt, I don't know if we've touched on many scores around the country this week. Carolina's played so late. We've talked about what's been going on here at the ACC Baseball Championship, but there are some other big games around the country.
Yeah, there are.
Could have a large say in how these seeds and Regional sites are
Oh, they're talking about that. I'm actually talking about the daggone Winslow Lacrosse team, which is looks like they're getting ready to finish that up over there too.
Is every bit as safe as we thought he was.
You mentioned scores, Dave. The SEC championship game is underway in Hoover, Alabama. 2-0 Vanderbilt, top of the fifth. Commodores all
11-6.
Top 3 national seed with a victory there today.
And they get the third out.
Probably safe as a horse.
I am a little bit behind now since that
2-2 to Stokely. Liner to first, and it's snared by Crichton.
Wow.
A little first baseman on first.
Run inning for North Carolina to go start the inning up 4-0, end it up 12-0. That is absolutely bonkers, dude. Hold on a second here. Let me update my little graphic here. So now we're in the top of the 6th. Clemson is back up. What do they do? Do they come out? Are they super adamant about it? What are we up to? I don't know. I don't know what their energy is going to be like getting out. And I don't blame them. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do while we're in between. Oh, I just completely closed down the program. Since we're in between both in between the innings here, I am going to throw up a graphic and throw it back on the Varsity app. I'll be right back. Just 1 second. Go Heels, baby. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful championship Sunday. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. If I could find my thing. Here we go. Boom.
Dave Nathan and Matt Krause, your proud broadcasters today. And Carolina, the proud owners of a 12-0 lead in the 6th. Clemson at the plate. Colin Priest, the DH, 1 for 2 from the left side to get his first look at Olin Johnson. Feels like it's been about an hour since Olin came on in relief of Ryan Lynch. First pitch fastball, up and in. 1-0 the count to Priest. Priest had a 12-game hit streak going last month as he takes a called strike to make it 1-1. Tar Heels shift around, anticipating the lefty to pull to the right side. The pitch. Stevenson holds it and holds it and holds it and still can't get the strike call. It's inside, 2-1.
He's had a lot of success throughout the year, holding it, waiting for the strike call. Nothing doing from Greg Street.
Johnson back to work, the 2-1. Called a strike on the outside corner. That's an effortless fastball for the second-year Tar Heel, 94 miles per hour. Johnson, a long, lanky kid at 6'6", 230, is filled out over the last couple of seasons. The 2-2. Fastball inside, 3-2. He actually added 50 pounds over the course of 4 years, running into his first season at Carolina. So he was even lankier back in his prep days as he induces some contact and a ground ball base hit past the second baseman Vanderbreak into right center field. Clemson leads off a third consecutive inning with a single. In the 4th, the Tigers left the bases loaded after having him packed with nobody out. Lynch got out of the jam, and then when Chufo singled to begin the 5th, Canarella hit into a double play before Purify grounded out to end the inning. Here in the 6th, Priest aboard at first. Clemson down 12-0. Josh Pano at the plate, 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Johnson deals. Strike knee high down the middle. 0-1. Listy in the on-deck circle. The second offering from the righty to the righty. Went off speed and missed outside. Johnson's got the fastball to go with a slider and a changeup. The 1-1. Swing and a fly ball to center. Kepley plays it perfectly. And there's the first out of the inning. Priest stuck at first base.
Daytime game here in Durham. We've talked about the short fences throughout the weekend. Fly balls can get out of here, as evidenced by what the Tar Heels did in that bottom of the fifth. But Carolina pitchers Lynch and Johnson, while they've induced fly ball contact today, they've all stayed in the ballpark.
Listy next up, 0 for 1 with a fly out to left and a walk. We're in the 6th. Carolina 12, Clemson nothing. Priest leads off of first with the pitch low, 1-0. Listy put up his right hand to tell the runner to stay put. Stevenson fielded a tough pitch cleanly. A ball and no strikes to Listy. He's hit safely in his last 8 as the Clemson outfielder. Takes a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. If you're Olin Johnson right now, I suppose the recipe is just pitch to contact and have this one play out. Clemson's not an overly impressive team at the plate, hitting just .279, 11th in the ACC.
Had to have my barbecue.
As there is some contact, but a foul ball lifted
I
to the
don't-
left side, 1-2.
I feel weird like eating in front of you guys, so I don't do that thing. But we're good.
Clemson's team
They got a runner on first, one out.
12 runs today.
Top of the 6th. Just need to go and get these 3 strikes out.
Have been earned.
Finish this thing up, man. Get out of here. Let's just get out of this thing, dude.
A 1-2. Listy pops that up and foul left side, and a sea of arms go up trying to claim the
12-7. North Carolina over Northwestern. Minute 21 left. We can
Priest
finish that thing up, and let's finish this thing up, and then we're going to have championships, man.
Johnson sizes up the hitter list.
There's a Chapel Bill t-shirt.
1-2.
There's a Chapel Bill t-shirt already.
Missed downstairs.
Which
Stevenson though liked the pitch. He gave.
I'm up to talk to Alan.
Pointed back toward his
I'm pretty sure he's actually listening already, and I had this idea.
I think Luke wanted to go fishing.
Of doing a grill out game 1, the game against TCU live watch party. I got a brand new camera. We got cameras. We got microphones. We can do a live grill out and watch the game together. I think that might be a pretty fun time. I don't think you guys would kind of enjoy. They get to hang out. We'll usher in the Chapel Bill era the right way.
Here's the payoff pitch. And Carolina can't get
since it is a night game.
Ball 4 and
a
down
Monday
first
night.
Base goes Listy, pushing Priest into scoring position.
Runners on first.
With 1 down in the 6th. The long road to a Clemson comeback begins in earnest with Jacob Gerald next up, 0 for 2 with a fly out to center and a backwards K. Lynn struck out to career best 7 through a career best 4 innings. Everything Carolina needed in getting the youngster his first ever start.
Is it just me, or does it seem like baseball season went by really fast this year? Like extremely fast.
At the mound to chat things over with Johnson. 2 guys came in as teammates last year from opposite sides of the country. Stevenson from Jersey originally, although Wake Forest listed as his hometown. Johnson from Bellingham, Washington, although he finished his high school career at the famed Macaulay Prep School in Chattanooga.
Boing.
Here's the 1-0. Righty takes a swing, bounces towards short. Madera flips to Vanderbrake, and the Tar Heels, can they turn 2? You bet. Inning over.
Let's go.
Down the line behind first base, but he kept his
Let's go, dude.
Second double play.
I was about to say, it's the second double play today.
The inning is over.
Everything coming up Carolina blue. Turning 2 double plays.
Man, this is crazy, man. Watching North Carolina play like this is just it's just good for the soul, man. It's just really good for the soul.
6, 7, and 8 hitters.
That's exactly what it is. It's a good for the soul moment.
From Learfield.
Dinner time. It's more than just a meal. It's when work comes to a halt.
It's when work comes to a halt. I tell you what is coming to a halt. This women's lacrosse game that North Carolina is wrapping up just I think it's a minute 1 second currently right now, 12-7, North Carolina over Northwestern. I think it's safe to say at this point they have wrapped this bad boy up. And Carolina women's lacrosse is going to be national champions again, dude. Let's flip and go. Unless there's somehow miraculously 5 goals scored to tie the game or 6 to win it, I think we're going to be all right. I think UNC is going to bring that bad boy home. Another national championship for the university. And I think I saw a thing. What was it? The other day that 26 out of 28 UNC athletic programs made it to the postseason, their respective postseasons, which is pretty daggone cool, man, when you get thinking about it. Carolina's doing a great job. Hopefully UNC football can join that list because they did not make the postseason. We'll see what they do. 8-12 with 54 seconds left. Northwestern's coming back. Here we go. We're back with the guys. I always cut it off when the advertisements come because we're not giving them paid advertisements. We're not.
Here in Durham, Carolina.
Yeah, there we go. There's Dave Nathan. I like him. He's a good commentator, man. He does a great job.
8-run fifth with the Tar Heels.
The Clemson baseball players are like going up into the
3-run homer.
Are they going to the concession stands? Are they like, you know what? Give me a hot dog, man.
There was a moment where this game was 4-0 Carolina, and Clemson loaded the bases with nobody out. Ryan Lynch got out of the jam. Carolina scored 8.
First pitch here in the bottom half of the 6th to Madera. Pokes a base hit into center field. He lifted it over the middle infielders. It fell in front of Cantarella. Boing. And Ahmad, he's 3 for 4.
Don't play with that, man. Don't play with him. Do not play with him.
Claps in the background. That was Coach Forbes in the third base coach's box. You know he's enjoying what he's seeing today. Hunting his second ACC title in his 5th year at the helm of this Diamond Hill baseball program that is as good as they come. First pitch to Bass inside of the righty, 1-0.
Are the baseball team Clemson's baseball team just like shaking hands with people or what? Like thanking them for coming?
Harvey here in the building.
I didn't figure that out yet. Maybe they may have said it in the ESPN broadcast. I don't know.
In Carolina baseball. Next pitch. Grounder to Coach Forbes. He makes the barehanded play. Foul ball makes it 1-1.
Catch it, Coach.
I don't know if there could be 2 more proud people than Mr. Forbes and Coach Fox. They've known Coach Forbes a long, long time. They've seen it all, and they're enjoying his success as the ball skips low to Bass to make it 2-1.
And they should, dude. Wow, man. It is just amazing.
Tournament title for the second time in 4 years.
To see
you factor in a regular season
Carolina
title,
playing like this, man.
An ACC
They're capable. They're capable of doing this.
They hold on here.
There's a wild pitch low. Bass
23, you guys on YouTube, 40 on Twitter. Hopefully you guys have been are enjoying. I got if you guys are hearing the broadcast, it is the Varsity Network. You guys can download their app. You can go to the website. I got the website pulled up kind of behind my camera, and you guys can go check out everything going on there.
Inside, nearly hit him,
and you can get all the like radio broadcasts for free. They're free. Alan put me on this thing last year before last at this point. Tar Heels finished it up. Their first national championship in women's lacrosse since 2002. I was 2 years old when that happened. Holy cow, man. Good to see them back on top. Took care of Northwestern, finished it up.
In front of the plate, Sam Holt bare hands, throws to first. Hargett pushes Madera to third. Bass to second. The fundamentals, the small things, the little things, they show up big.
12-8, North Carolina wins the national championship. Currently, right now, as you guys see, we're in the bottom of the 6th. We have runners on second and third, only 1 out. Carolina's leading 12-0. Undefeated. Oh, yeah, that's it. That is right, Alan. You're right. Undefeated season for women's lacrosse this year as well, man. That is flipping. That is awesome, dude. That is legit. Man, Carolina's got it going on, man. Carolina's got it going on. Hey, Carolina football, you're up. You know what I'm saying? You're up.
Samuel's pitch.
which, by the way, today is the 25th.
1-1 French.
What is it on 26, 27? Wednesday? The sit-down interview between Dabo Sweeney and Bill Belichick is going to happen. I'm going to be watching this thing, and we're going to be talking about it right after that happens and that airs. We will be going. I won't go live with it, but you know, we won't be going live with it, but we'll do a video for it exactly right after it happens. I can't wait to see what that interview looks like between those two. And absolutely, this is for sure. You know, in Carolina, I was talking about it. Carolina's been getting hot lately, you know, big time. That Florida State series that they had last weekend, leading into now, you get hot right now. If you can continue to carry it over, get through your regionals, get through your super regional, you have a path here. I'm curious to see who's going to be in the regional lineup. And Alan, if you're available to do it once the regionals are announced tomorrow, we will definitely do a breakdown of the regionals and kind of general thoughts on each team that's coming in to where North Carolina should obviously
another mound meeting just
host everything.
2:30.
Should be able to host a super as well, especially after today.
Score again and again, 12-0 Carolina. It'll never get old.
Sweet.
Nothing that never gets.
Did you hear me about the potential Bill Belichick game 1 against TCU cookout watch party? Did you hear that?
National title for
No.
Jenny Levy's program, joining titles in 2013, 2016, and 2022. So as long as the Diamond Heels finish off this large advantage, it'll be the second time in the last 4 years that Carolina will have won an ACC baseball title and a women's lacrosse national title simultaneously on Memorial Day Sunday.
Fun time of year to have a seat at the table for whatever
I guess
sports
not.
involved. And the Tar Heels have had a handful of programs go deep into the month of May as Clemson goes deeper into its bullpen.
They're stretching for stuff now.
And let's see who our next contestant is.
I kind of wish the run rule was there because, I mean, this has been fun, but boy, it kind of gets boring after a while. I just want to see how many that UNC can score at this point.
McGurnick makes his 11th appearance. He started 6 games, hasn't won this year. He's 0-3 with an ERA north of 9. Opponents hitting .299 off of Clemson's New Jersey, out of Dix Hills, New York.
Oh, still clicked off the program again.
Just 2 outs, 1 hit, walked a couple.
That's right. We got game
Clemson just
3. Yeah, game 3 of the Knicks and Pacers tonight. Now that is a series I have been very in tune with. Both series, actually. I'm actually very surprised and proud of the Timberwolves last night for handling their business. Ant-Man doing Ant-Man things. Does Jalen Brunson and all them do their thing tonight? I know this is a North Carolina thing, but no, I missed it. So Alan, what I got to thinking about is
went just a third of an inning.
Sir Dave Nathan, I'm gonna calm you down for a second. But what I was thinking, Alan, is on the day of the TCU game for that North Carolina kicks off with. We know it's Monday night, Labor Day, but we could do a live watch party cookout kind of deal for the thing, since it's late at night. Everybody's going to be tuning into that game. Everybody's going to be wondering what's going to be going on. We can kind of do a hangout, maybe a little pre-show or something, since I got that brand new camera. We got this camera. We got all this stuff. So, we got options that we could do. I thought it'd be kind of cool to do as well. Yes, King Fleming, they sure did, dude. 100%. They finished that thing out, and now it's just time for UNC baseball to finish up these next couple of innings here. They're in scoring position again. Runners on second and third. I believe there's only 1 out currently right now. I forgot who's up.
Was so good.
I forgot who's up currently right now. And
bases loaded. 1 down.
Is that Kepley?
Legernick's first pitch, Kepley fouled it off his foot, rolls on the grass to first base. And it's 0-1. Kepley reapplies the shin guard, tightens things up, and readies to see a second pitch from Legernick.
Legernick.
Legernick sets to fire. Inside to Kepley. 1-1 of the Heels center fielder.
Ooh.
Had an RBI single in the fifth inning when the Tar Heels scored 8 runs.
Yes, he did.
Heels have 12 runs on 12 hits.
Oh, I forgot. My bad. I'm sorry. The bases are loaded. I apologize.
Kepley out in front of the off-speed stuff. A ball and 2 strikes.
Who comes up behind Kepley? Is it Carter?
Madera, Bass, and French on the base paths. Kepley swings, slow grounded.
Oh no, Carter just went. That's right.
And it gets past the catcher, Gerald. A run scores. Madera's 13-0 Carolina.
Let's go.
Clemson can't get out of its own way.
No, they can't.
Choice E5. Pano came home with it, making the right choice to try and get the lead runner in a forced play at home, and just sailed the throw past Gerald.
Man. And you know, that's something that really hurt Clemson. They did that. I mean, they dropped those 2 early in the first or the second. I can't remember exactly which one it was. I think it was in the first, maybe the second. Maybe the second. They dropped those 2, and then after they dropped those 2, there was one that was almost
in the bottom of the 6th.
Overthrown at first.
Vanderbrake.
And then right there again. That's something that's been, it's just, I don't know. Clemson's a good team.
So Kepley,
and it's just kind of surprising to me that they're playing as poorly as they are.
Credited to third baseman Josh Pano.
Doing Vanderbrake things. They're showing Vanderbrake highlights on the ESPN broadcast. Or actually, this is ACC Network broadcast.
2-0. Strike call. 2-1. The count to Jackson Vanderbrake. He's driven in 4 today.
Jackson Vanderbrake's probably my favorite player, quite frankly, on this team. He's just I loved him last year, but Vance Honeycutt was there, and you just don't. That and Dalton Pence was my favorite
guy. Strike 2.
I love Dalton Pence. He was great.
Vanderbrake's career high for ribbies in a game is 5. That came against Stony Brook back on the 5th of March, 2023.
Bases loaded again.
He's a newbie.
1 out.
And everybody around Chapel got to know his name.
2-2 count.
Here's the 2-2. Swing and a ball that bounces left to second. Spinning throw to first. It's in time to get Vanderbrake, but a run scores from third as Bass makes it 14-0 Carolina. French to third, Kepley to second, and Vanderbrake has just tied his career high with 5 RBIs.
My Clemson buddy
always important to make your
texted me.
14-0.
2 down, runners at second and third in the bottom of the 6th for Luke Stevenson. 7th Tar Heel to come to the plate this inning. Luke has scored twice. 0 for 3 at the dish. The pitch sinks low.
22-0, baby. Natties. Okay, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. 1-0 count.
Tar Heel has been productive at the plate.
Let's see if we just can bring him on. Bring him on.
The 1-0.
Let's do a little homie. Come on, Lukey.
Ball nearly got
give me a little homer.
2-0.
Woo! That was a sick catch by the catcher for Clemson. I ain't gonna lie.
Combination of speed.
I like that catch. It was like a
maybe you'd like to throw Madera
I like that.
Someplace, but with Kepley and French, that's about as good as it gets.
It's good as it gets. Baby.
Fastball running over the heart of the plate, taken. 2-1.
Hargett's pretty fast too. I would put him up in that category, but I agree with
they
you.
Walked Luke once today. I don't foresee them doing it again and loading the bases up.
2-1.
But I mean, you kind of
missed low. 3-1 to Stevenson.
Pick your poison.
Gallagher would be next.
3-1, and Gallagher's up next, and Gallagher's already scored today.
got the jersey on today for Carolina, you've gotten into the act. It is a 14-0 lead in the 6th. McGurnick's 3-1.
He's got Forbes in his glasses. He's got the most unstylish glasses I've ever saw.
Gallagher took a couple of steps towards the ball before it's rescued by somebody else out of Carolina's dugout. Here's the payoff pitch and an all-lefty duel. Stevenson punched out looking at a changeup. Strike 3, and the inning is over.
Oh, man. That's okay. That's all right. That's all right.
And the Tar Heels head back.
I'm all right with that, man. Dude, they have been playing so good.
One more hit, an error.
And we are on to the top
the Tar Heels have
of the 7th.
In the ACC baseball championship. 14.
Oh, man.
Clemson after 6 complete from Learfield.
All right. I need 3 up and 3 down because I personally, I'm ready to get it over with. I'm just ready to celebrate at this point in time. You know, no disrespect to Clemson. They're, like I said, I've been putting them over. They're a good team. They're a really good team. And it's shocking to me to see that Carolina is playing this well against them, considering, you know, they've been good all year. Clemson has been. They've won some tough games, man. But to see North Carolina just dominating like this is so good to see. Women's lacrosse, a perfect 22-0. They get the national championship first time since 2002. If Carolina can go ahead and finish this game out, that means they'd be ACC champions as well. Puts themselves in a good spot for seeding for Selection Monday. And then we're on to the regionals and super regionals where the real work then begins. A brand new season starts basically Monday, tomorrow. It'll start brand new for the Tar Heels. And a fresh set of opponents, and the real grind is there. So, and they'll be hosting, so they'll be at home. That would be awesome to be able to be at. But, man, North Carolina's doing they're handling business. They're handling business this year, and I am loving it. And they're getting hot at the right time. That is the biggest thing for me, is that they are just getting hot at the right time. Uh-oh, here we go.
The tapper back to the mound and a strikeout. It's the first time he's faced Johnson after seeing Ryan Lynch earlier. The 1-0.
1-0.
Pounds the zone, taken for a strike. 1-1. Next pitch. Another strike call. 1-2.
The last time Creighton was up was when he struck out swinging. There was 1 out. The bases were loaded in a 4-0 lead for Carolina, but Clemson had the tying run at the plate.
1-2. Fly ball to deep left to the warning track. French makes the catch in front of the Blue Monster. 1 set down. What you're saying is
there's
the
one.
Has officially turned.
There's one.
He was last at the plate.
A lot has changed.
Crichton's 0 for 3. Here's T.P. Wentworth, the right fielder, who struck out in the 3rd and then grounded a second in the 4th. When the top of the 7th, Carolina leads Clemson 14-0. And again, no run rule today. We'll play this one out to the death.
Hey, that's a nice hit that dude, to the right of Scott Forbes. I don't know who that was, but
interesting story.
Got a nice hat.
His father, Kevin, was an All-America golfer at Oklahoma State.
University of National Champions.
Ding foul, and it's 0-2.
I like the T-shirt. They got the University of National Champions, and that's right today, boy. That is right today.
His highest career finish on the PGA Tour in a tournament was runner-up. And apparently, while the younger Wentworth can swing the bat, the elder Wentworth can swing the clubs. The 0-2. Low, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kind of surprising TP isn't more renowned for golf because in addition to playing
he almost hit him.
High school, he was a football
He came
player
real close to hitting him.
Player.
Walking
First team All-State in both sports in California.
1-2 count, 1 out,
1-2,
top of the
drift
7th.
low and
Nobody
outside
on
of the
base
lefty.
for
It's
Clemson.
2-2. Scored better than 1,000 points on the hardwood. Was ranked the
2-2
number 4
count.
outfielder coming out of the Golden State. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3.
2 outs, baby.
K.
Just need one more.
First of the game for Olin Johnson, 8th in total.
And then North Carolina can take 30 minutes on the bottom.
With Clemson at the plate, there's 2 down in the 7th.
They only picked up, what, 2 runs last inning was 2 runs?
Olin Johnson cruising right along through this relief outing. He's given up the 2 leadoff singles in the 5th and the 6th, but double plays helped him work around that. Now adds his first strikeout.
First pitch to Chufo. Righty takes outside, 1-0. Again, Johnson hadn't pitched in almost a month. Now, none of that's his fault. Carolina had some games taken off the schedule because of weather. The 1-0. Called a strike at the knees, 1-1. But he came to Carolina as a high-profile get. Was rated a top 250 draft prospect. And if not for illness last year.
Oh, this poor guy's wearing a Carolina Hurricanes hat on.
But we're finding out a he could play a
the Carolina Hurricanes are a team that just seems to just be allergic to the Eastern Conference Finals. They can do the job to get to the ECF. But boy, when they get there, they have a straight heart attack every time. Don't know what it is, just every time.
Comfortable in a relief role. Other folks might be more comfortable starting. Johnson has found a spot.
What is it? The first 3-0 comeback. Possible, right? No.
Fastball connects for a strike, and the count 4 to Chufo.
In a post-Knapp, post-Houck world next year, you would imagine Johnson will have a very prominent role, whether it's as a weekend starter or whether it's as that top guy out of the bullpen.
Here's the payoff pitch in the righty-righty showdown. Ball 4. Didn't miss by much. Chufo down to first. Taking the second walk issued by Johnson, and we play on the top of the 7th with the lineup turning
Missed
over
it by that much. Man.
On an error in the first, walked in the 3rd, hit into a double play in the 5th.
Men's lacrosse championship. Let's play it up in Boston.
Zip. Carolina up on
Boston
at the top of the 7th with 2 down and a runner at first.
Is Notre Dame in it?
The pitch.
It wouldn't surprise me Notre Dame's because aren't they like the
strike at the
knees. The reigning
0-1 to Canarella.
Like they only won like 3 or 4 of those things in a row by now.
Tar-Heels 2 years ago
am I?
With a double and a triple. 5 for 10 in the regular season series in 2023 at Clemson. Swung past a fastball to
no, it's not them. Men's across Maryland and Cornell. Sweet.
Because of divisional play and now
so was it Notre Dame that
the ACC?
How far Notre Dame yet? Isn't Notre Dame that's always the one that's like super good in everything? Or like not everything, but like always in
the 0-2 from Johnson to Canarella.
In women or men's lacrosse?
No throw down to second. Chufo's in standing up with the stolen.
Oh yeah, they got beat last Sunday. The 18th. Was that last Sunday? Yeah.
Game at Boshamer Stadium.
Against Penn State. Shoot.
And
they're doing good there for all these years.
Before Johnson even
they kept showing up on the Pat McAfee show.
Low ball 2.
Should be the old defensive indifference right there.
If it's not, I don't even know why there's such a phrase. Greg Street.
Runner on second. That's no bueno.
2-2 the count.
Runner on third. I'm sorry.
2 down in the 7th. The runner at third. Clemson down 14-0 to Carolina.
I need this third strikeout. I don't want Clemson scoring at this point. I don't.
Johnson.
I don't want him. I want to skunk him. Quite frankly, I'm a little greedy.
3-2. Should Canarella reach, Purify would be next. If the Tar Heels can get off the field, we'd stretch. Gallagher, Stokely, and Madera do up in the bottom of the 7th. Johnson comes set, ready to fire. Canarella bounces into the first base coach's box. Foul, still 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, in an alternate universe where Stanford and Cal
don't get me YouTube.
Clemson
don't copyright me.
Year based on the old rotation. Stanford got to visit instead.
Another payoff pitch. Canarella, a sweet swing and a big fly to deep right, and Bass runs out of room. Canarella homers to put Clemson on the board.
Was it
14-2 our new score. Clemson.
Well, I was hoping for a skunky, but it didn't happen. Guess you can't have it all right. Here comes the comeback.
Similar to Lodi's last night, who doubled in the 6th.
It is 5-7. I didn't think about that.
For 3. You can't keep a guy like this down for long. Canarella with his 3rd home run, RBIs 44 and 45. Clemson now down 14-2. Just the 4th hit of the game for the Tigers.
He caught the living fire out of that
ball. He would have liked the shutout to claim the title. Tar Heels still comfortably in front in this one.
The Clemson guy stands up like, yeah, we're here.
A fly out, a strikeout, and a ground out.
Oh, man, you got to love those drunk
Johnson's
guys.
0-1.
I went to a North Carolina hockey game that was played in the Charlotte Knight Stadium, where this is played, the ACC championship is played. And I'll be talking. North Carolina was getting wore out by Virginia Tech in hockey. It was ridiculously bad. I actually recorded a vlog for that, never posted it. What's the point? And Carolina scored one, and they were down like 6 or 7 late in the game. And this drunk North Carolina fan just stood up like, yeah, let's go. We're coming back, baby.
2-2.
It's the dumbest thing in the world. Oh, man. I had to settle down like a Virginia Tech fan and him from like fighting. Like, he wasn't that serious. But the Virginia Tech fan, I guess they get really anal about that up there. They were like, yeah, you're not coming back. Which obviously, no, you're not coming back.
Stays at first.
Whoa, hey, whoa now.
And after the first 2 were set down, the last 3 have reached. Chufo walked. Canarella homered over the right field fence. And Purify singles to left. Carolina leads Clemson 14-2 in the 7th. And Priest, the DH, hitting 3rd at the plate, 2 for 3 with the pair of singles.
Well, then. They're starting to get a little run, and I don't like it.
Stevenson takes the slow walk out to the mound to try to calm Johnson down, maybe buy some time.
Yeah, Olin, chill out, bro.
In the Carolina bullpen.
Let's get another out. Let's get back into the bottom of the 7th.
Clemson getting to Johnson a little bit here, but that pitch count up over 50. After 2 scoreless innings of relief. You don't want to make a mid-inning pitching change here, but you don't want Clemson to have any glimpse of momentum in a game that is comfortably in Carolina's favor right now.
Yeah. Luke may be drafted before he comes off the mound. Home plate umpire Greg Street has to go get him. And I've got a sneaking suspicion there'll be another mound visit as soon as everybody gets back behind the plate.
Coach Forbes just put the walkie-talkie down.
That's a good song.
Let's see if Johnson,
yeah, I'm saying
Priest or not. And here comes Coach Forbes. Our initial suspicion spot on. Coach Gaines made an earlier mound visit. Coach Forbes out of the dugout after Johnson pitched brilliantly coming in the 5th, almost getting through the 7th. Carolina up 14-2 just in front of the stretch. With 2 outs and a runner at first. Priest.
Still top of the 7th. They got a runner on what, first? Is that what he said?
And the odds are Boaz gets the call here for the lefty-lefty matchup, wouldn't you think?
You would think so. Gets Priest here. If you get him, it's a quick 1-batter appearance potentially. As Johnson gets a well-deserved round of applause coming off the mound.
He's done good, man. He's done his thing.
Gets the TSA pat-down treatment from Brian Miller, the third base umpire, as the Tar Heels do indeed make the call to Folger Boaz.
Oh, Folger.
The bullpen.
Folger's coming out, baby.
Your trusted bullpen relief sponsors, Triangle Home Repair and Paint. Contact them today and get your honeydew list done now.
Get your honeydew list done now.
Second straight day that Folger Boaz comes into the ballgame for the Tar Heels. Sophomore left-hander making his 21st appearance of the season. 17th in relief. 3-0, 3.90 ERA, 27 2/3 innings of work, 27 hits, 15 runs, 12 earned, 16 walks to 29 strikeouts. Opponents bat .257 against the former Friday night starter, who has come back from injury in a vastly different role this season. But Carolina likes him in a matchup lefty situation. And Boaz will pitch to Priest here with the chance to get out of the inning and send us to the stretch, maintaining a
Great Day
12-run
Tar
lead.
Heel is undefeated, bro. Look at
Wanna
this.
toss something your way.
This is in Durham right now.
Right.
Boom.
Outside of Jake Knapp, who went the first
I love it. I
7
love it.
innings
I
against
love
Boston
it.
College, the Tar Heels turn to a freshman.
Oh,
Walker
man.
McDuffie. The youngest player on the team, 2 years running, Jason DeCaro, starts yesterday before handing the ball off to another sophomore, Folger Boaz. Aiden Houck, second-year Tar Heel, then comes in for 3 2/3 before freshman Walker McDuffie closes the door. Freshman Ryan Lynch gets the start today before sophomore Olin Johnson comes in.
Let's get back out there.
handing it
Let's
off
get back
to
out.
his
Get Folger
classmate,
Boaz.
Folger
Finish it
Boaz
up, baby.
again.
Just
Outside of Knapp and Houck,
just finish it up,
this
Folger.
pitching staff is scary good and scary not very old.
That's very true. And turning back the clock a little bit, certainly not to throw any individuals under the bus, but Carolina won the ACC title in 22, hosted a super regional that year. 23 didn't make the ACC championship game, didn't host a regional. It was a slight step back from where the 22 team was. That team you felt like was just a few arms away, because that's a group that had Vance Honeycutt and Casey Cook on the roster, and Hunter Stokely was healthy that season. But the influx of arms coming into the program over the last couple of years, even guys that were here for 1 year last year, like a Shea Sprague, Jake Knapp getting healthy this year. What Bryant Gaines has done is perhaps one of the most unsung accomplishments across all of college baseball.
So Boaz and Priest to face off in the 7th with a runner at first and 2 down. Heels up 14-12 on Clemson. First pitch fastball inside 1-0. It's Coach Forbes' program, but he is so deferential to his assistants and gives so much credit to guys like Coach Gaines, Coach Jackson, Coach Wiersbicky when the hitting's going right, Coach Howell. Everybody plays a part.
Shoot.
The 1-0. Checks
Here
in
we
as
go.
a strike call. 1-1 to Priest. He struck out in the first, singled in the 4th, singled again off Johnson in the 6th. We're in the top of the 7th. Clemson's on the board.
It was really
They're still
unfortunate
down by
last year for
12
Folger.
runs.
Me, Alan, we went to,
The
there's
1-1.
actually a vlog for this. You guys can go watch. It was the baseball game that we went to, the South
Good
Carolina
off-speed
baseball game
pitch
last
by
year,
Boaz.
where he got hurt in
Strike
that game
call, 1-2 to Priest.
and was ever able to come back last season. And he would have been, as good as he was playing, he would have been great for us to have last year.
Cam Seagraves
Just one more arm
going
to
into
that
pen.
could have helped propel you.
The 1-2 from Boaz.
1-2. Here we go. Come on.
Check this swing on a pitch low, but he held off. 2-2 the count to the Clemson DH.
2-2. Runner
We
on
got
first.
started
2
just
outs.
Afternoon. We're approaching 3 p.m. on a Sunday. Heels 14, Clemson Tigers 2 in the 7th for the ACC title. The pitch. Strike 3 swinging. Priest goes down, and the inning is
Let's
over.
go. All right. Man.
Folger Boaz sends us to the stretch. Clemson gets 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left stranded.
Yeah, they was able
It's
to
a
get
comfortable
themselves
12-run
a
cushion for
homer
Carolina
there,
from
bring in
Learfield.
2. Oh, stretch it out. Here we go. Bottom of the 7th, North Carolina. This is all about just getting done with this game at this point in time. Trying to make sure that nothing crazy happens, of course. I mean, North Carolina did score 8 runs in a blessed inning. So, I mean, we all know crazy things can happen. So, North Carolina doesn't need to get lax defensively. They're headed to the plate now to try and score again. But Carolina's just got to get this game finished out, man. Get it done. Take it to the end, man. Oh man, it's been a good championship Sunday, guys. You know what? What better day to bring home a national championship and potentially right here an ACC championship right here in the next couple of innings? Are you facing the? I'll wait for that. They're off a commercial. I'll bring them back.
1-9, all fours.
Also, if you've been enjoying listening to everything with me, the website and app called the Varsity Network, you guys can go download that app. Check out all these are the local broadcasts. There's a radio broadcast. There's no video involved, but you can get them for free. You don't even have to sign up. It'll ask you if you get the app. It'll ask you if you want to sign up. For basically just make an account with them. You can if you want to. It's no cost. As far as I know, I've listened to all the games for free this year, just like I did last year. And it's a great service, and it has every single broadcast across the country. So not just North Carolina, but everybody. So you can go listen to a game that you may not be able to watch. Or, I'm using it in this effort right now to be able to listen to it or have it to where you guys can hear it as well. Because if I pull up an ESPN stream, they're going to get pissed. They're going to get mad. They're going to say those things. So that is a big sandwich. Was that Gallagher? Gallagher? No, it was Luke Stevenson. Luke Stevenson is having a massive sandwich right now. What is that? Is that just a... Is that a peanut butter and jelly that he made?
Upstairs.
I can't tell. Probably so. I thought they did the Uncrustables.
Coach Forbes' father and Coach Fox.
Unless they just decided, screw it, we're going to make our own.
Gallo recently retired and enjoying every bit of Carolina baseball today here in Durham.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Next
It's
pitch
just two
inside.
big pieces of loaf bread. He's got
3-1. Yeah,
he's got something going on in there.
Program is that there's not just a great product on the field. There's so many great people that are responsible for making it work.
That's so good. When he bites into that, I mean, dadgum, he about to swallow the whole thing. I mean, Luke's a big guy. But Jesus.
I had the chance to be a part of the annual event known as
They just keep zooming in on him. What are you? Let the man eat. Let him do his thing.
Ceremony.
Oh my God, that is so dope. I love it.
Student athletes.
Gavin Gallagher at the plate, 3-2 count.
Payoff pitch. Gallagher lays off and takes ball 4 high to head down
Boom.
to first base.
And Larry Gallo was presented with an award for being
he eats like an otter.
And he thought he was just invited
he looks like what is that thing called? Not a goose, a crane.
And
the big bird, like a pelican. He eats like that. He eats like a pelican.
To him.
Oh my God, I got blue. Come on, bro.
Hockey coach. Larry was the sport administrator for baseball and for field hockey and for women's soccer.
First pitch to Stokely. A swing, and the ball gets by the catcher, Gerald, down to second base.
And
Gallagher.
Gallagher to second.
And the Tar Heels have another runner in scoring position of 14-2 in the bottom of the 7th.
Dude, that ball went by that catcher, and like the catcher really didn't even act. I honestly think
Larry was walking backstage.
Gavin, if he really would have turned the Jets on,
whose idea was this?
he may have potentially gotten to third. Could be a stretch, but by God,
sidearms a shot over to first. Stokely,
and he wound that thing up.
3, but moves the runner over. Gallagher to third base. And Madera at the plate. Heels up 14.
Madera's always good for a base hit now. Madera's always good for one.
Of the stories that will always stick with me about the great Larry Gallo. We were in Notre Dame many years ago for Carolina baseball. And, of course, Coach Gallo's history coaching goes back to South Bend. And one of his former players was at the game. Lagern fires to Madera outside and the lefty out in front 1-0. And this former player at Notre Dame asked me if Coach Gallo was on the trip with us, and he was not. The time to scribble down a note, said, please take this back to Chapel Hill and give it to him for me. Next pitch. Outside to make it 2-0. Now, I don't know what the context.
He keeps going to that same spot. He's trying to make.
To Coach Gallo, and a couple of days later, Larry asked me about how the whole situation transpired. It meant the world to him to have one of his players from way back when take the time to acknowledge all that he had in his life. Swing and a miss by Madera makes 2-1 of the Tar Heels shortstop.
Ooh.
And that's the kind of stuff
he got him to reach that time.
Nobody sees it outside of us talking about it. You won't hear about it, but lives are changed by some of these administrators and coaches in ways that ordinarily would not happen out in the real world. The 2-1. Foul ball grounded in front of Bass in the on-deck circle. You know, Tyson's the last guy to try to move out of the way of that, and wouldn't you know, the ball kicks off the wall and catches him right in the ankle. 2-2 to Dara. Only runner on base, Gallagher at third. Infield creeps in. The 2-2. Madera reached out and deflected the ball foul. Still 2-2.
Yeah, he reached hard for that ball too. Jesus Christ!
And one of his players
Just to try and
was a player by the name of Sean Gallagher. You may have heard of his son. He's standing on third base.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Madera went hunting a low changeup. And there's 2 down. Legurnick with his second strikeout.
And Madera is not happy about that either. He's getting on himself big time.
So here's Tyson Bass. Bass hit by a pitch in the second, scored, grounded out to third in the third, came to life with a 2-run homer in the fifth, and then a walk and another run in the sixth.
Yeah, Tyson's had a great day. The only thing he needs to do is give me a little base hit. We can get up another point.
Induces a foul ball, 0-1 the Heels right fielder. Bass has scored 3 runs today, 1 off the 4 that he scored against Duke in that epic 14-inning win back on April the 5th.
I just wish we would have been able to play the third game against NC State to see how that would have ended up being.
1-1. Bass has scored as many as 5 runs in the game, but you have to go all the way back to his days at North Carolina Wesleyan in 2021 to find that game. And before he got to Carolina, partner, I found them all, went deep into the history books of D3 baseball as Bass squibs a pitch foul to make it 1-2.
That is a lot of battling bishops research.
Yes, and it was all worth it. Bass, a .330 hitter in 4 years at Wesleyan, 48 homers, 174 RBIs, 89 steals, 95 extra base hits. The 1-2. Strike 3 looking, and down goes Legurnick with back-to-back strikeouts.
Well,
gets his mates off the field.
Top of the 8th.
And we go to the 8th. The Tar Heels don't score a run for just the second inning today, but when you're up 14-2, might not be the worst thing in the world. The Tar Heels lead Clemson by 12 after 7 from Learfield.
Hello, I'm Ben Cochran.
Now, just got to get to the 8th, man. Get them out 3 up, 3 down. Take it into the 9th. Do the same thing.
And their life turned upside down.
Be all right, man. We will be all right. Because I mean, it'd be nice if there was a run rule. Because, boy,
deny their claim.
Yeah.
Ready to help.
But that's okay. That's all right. Well, we're gonna do our thing. We're gonna finish it up. Finish it up. Get back. I expect Clemson to give everything they got in this next one right here to just try their hardest to light this bad boy up. I'm turn off the advertisements for a second. But yeah, I expect them to go friggin' nuts right now, just to try and make this game respectable for them, and even maybe go on a crazy run of their own, which it is. Who's back in the mound today? I've done forgot. Boaz Folger. Sir Folger is back at the mound, so I got confidence in him to finish it up for us.
Right after we pause 10 seconds for a station ID down the lines on the Tar Heel Sports Network.
Never mind. Back to commercials. I thought they were coming back. But North Carolina getting their thing on, man, and it's now just time to just get to Selection Monday. I don't know what the projection is for them. I'm sure we'll find out after this. We'll see. But
a ball 1-0. Clemson, meanwhile, won its last championship in 2023. Carolina hunting its 9th title. Clemson looks like it'll be stuck on 11 for another year.
Also, I'd like to talk about Mac Brown at some point in time this week. His comments, you know, how happy he is and everything.
For 3 on the afternoon.
I think that'd be fun. Stay tuned for that
Just past 3
as well. If you're into the football,
tomorrow,
if you're just here for baseball,
we'll
hey,
know what the
let's have fun together.
region looks like. And the field of 64 will be unveiled.
Maybe I'll make a prediction in the post game, Dave. We'll see.
I'm all for your predictions because you're never wrong, Matt.
I wouldn't go that
Hit
far.
bull, win steak. Hit grass, win salad.
Next pitch to Pano.
The Durham Bulls.
Strike call at the waist.
Here's a preview, though. I think that because the SEC is going to get so many hosts, there's a chance, pretty strong chance, that there will not be an SEC team in Chapel Hill.
The 3-1 pops
That would be
outside, and he lost
7
with
p.m.
Pano
Wednesday.
First base.
Bless it.
And
I won't be able to. I'll have to watch it after.
So you're saying no SEC team in Chapel Hill?
I think that there's a distinct possibility of that.
If an SEC team does not have to come to Chapel Hill, that's
12,
huge.
13 SEC teams get bids. How many SEC hosts do you foresee?
8, probably. 8 hosts, 4 out of the ACC. I think both of these teams here. I think Florida State and Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech probably your last host.
Listy hit on the hand by a fastball from Boaz. Takes off all the protective gear and heads down to first base as Pano moves over to second. Heels led this game 14-0 before Cantarella's 2-run homer in the 7th. We're in the 8th. Pano at second, Listy at first, Gerald at the plate 0 for 3. Gerald had a couple of huge games against State and Georgia Tech before he ran into this buzzsaw of Carolina arms. Coach Forbes out of the dugout. And back to the bump.
Luke Stevenson took a hit.
In to face just one hitter yesterday against Florida State. He walked Miles Bailey in the 5th. Then Aiden Houck got the call, and all Aiden did for the next 3 2/3 was allow a single solitary hit and helping Carolina to a 7-5 win. Houck got the win, his 5th on the season. And while you know all these games are going to be difficult, that game last night was big time.
That was one of the most entertaining, most uncertain until it was finally done who was going to win the game contests that Carolina has played in quite some time. And
now, while this game has been all Carolina all day long, I don't think anybody in their right mind would have predicted the margin would be this great this late in the game at 14-2 as Boaz comes off the bump. And Carolina goes back into its batch of bullpen arms and finds the junior righty, Cam Padgett.
Ooh, Cam Padgett. I like Cam.
Padgett, native of Salisbury, jogging in from the bullpen down the left field line. And as Padgett steps into the ball game for the Tar Heels, he enters a game for the 12th time this season. 8th time in relief, 2-1 with a 5.11 ERA, 24 2/3 innings, 30 hits, 14 runs, all of them earned, 5 walks, 14 strikeouts.
Give me the stats, baby. Give me the stats.
The right-hander Cam Padgett. Childhood friends with Kane Kepley. Part of the reason, along with Coach Jackson, why Kepley was so eager to come to Carolina out of the portal.
It's the second time Padgett's faced off against Clemson in this event. He was on the bump in 2023 right here in Durham when Clemson beat Carolina 10-4. Padgett went 2 1/3 that day, allowed 4 hits, just 1 run. Walked the Tigers, struck out 2. Running my way back through the history books of Carolina baseball, it's Padgett's 3rd year. He shows up so often in these postseason games, whether it's in a starting role or in relief. He's been a trusted arm that Carolina hasn't hesitated to go to when the game's on the line. And while this game is 14-2 in favor of Carolina, Padgett has a chance to get the Tar Heels through the 8th, and who knows, maybe through the 9th, although for as much as Cam Seagraves has been throwing, after how things ended in Tallahassee, I feel like if the Tar Heels could get Seagraves on the bump today, they'd do everything they could because he's another arm that at some point will be relied upon in a crunch.
Yep.
To get Carolina an all-important W in the month of June.
Even in a 14-2 game, if Tallahassee was an event that perhaps damaged a little bit of the confidence of Cam Seagraves, being on the mound to clinch a conference championship could have the opposite effect.
So Padgett gets in his final wallop tosses as the Tar Heels lead Clemson 14-2 in the top of the 8th. Pano took a leadoff walk. He's currently at second base. Listy was hit by a pitch. He's at first. Gerald at the plate. His day has progressively gotten worse. He flied out to center in the second, took a backwards K in the fourth, and headed to an inning-ending 6-4-3 double play in the sixth. That's the second double play the Tar Heels have turned today. Righty-righty matchup between Padgett and Gerald. I checked the second before the pitch. And a ball inside 1-0.
This little girl's dumping water into the cap of the water bottle and dumping it on her head.
Softball for the Heels.
Boy, I tell you.
On to later become the head coach at UNC.
They're finding anything in the crowd right now.
2008. The 1-0. Strike calls. The ball pops out of the glove from Stevenson. 1-1. Matt, we've done a lot of games together. You never have to go too far to find some sort of a Carolina connection between the opposing team and the Tar Heels.
A lot of easy threads between Carolina athletics and the world, it seems.
1-1. Another strike call. 1-2. Yesterday, it was James Hankerson's mother who was a heptathlete at Carolina.
We named the events of the heptathlon together.
Well, I had them written down in front of me. You did it by memory. Advantage you. 1-2. Off speed. Strike 3. Swing and a miss. Padgett gets his man. First out of the inning.
Peace out, Doc.
Fresh out of the pen. Brings Crichton to the plate.
Good to see him. Yep.
Grounded out.
Come on, let's get another. Come on, let's get one more. Come on. Let's get another. Then we'll get one more.
Second in the top of the 8th, trailing Carolina 14-2. Some of the crowd is thinned out.
Yeah, it's starting to thin out pretty good.
But everybody wearing Carolina blue is stuck around as the first pitch smoldered foul over the Clemson.
Yeah, that had some heat to it.
Side. 0-1 to Crichton.
And they've got runners on first and second.
Against the Tar Heels 2 years ago, went 2 for 8 in the regular season. Didn't appear in the ACC tournament, though. The 0-1. Fastball. Outside. 1-1 to Crichton. First baseman hitting out of the 7 spot today for Coach Bakic's bunch. Padgett preps to fire the 1-1. Good piece of contact and an opposite field single to right. Pano sent around from second to score. The Tigers get a little closer, down 14-3.
There we go. There's another score for him.
Crichton with his first hit. A 1-out RBI single.
Need to chill this thing out.
Clemson down by 11 runs with Wentworth next up to the plate. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts and a ground ball to Vanderbrake at second. Carolina's
that was a good hit. That was a good ball.
14-0. That was after 6. The Tar Heels' biggest lead this year was 16-1 against Stony Brook in game 1 of that series, all the way back near the top of the schedule. First pitch to the lefty. A strike 0-1. Padgett's fast.
They got runners on first and third. 2 outs. You got to get him off. You got to get him off the plate right now.
As Lynch or a Boaz, but he still drives a lot of power.
Just get him out. Just get him away.
Foul tipped off of Stevenson.
There we go. 0-2.
And it's 0-2 to Wentworth.
Breathe hard, Mr. Wentworth. Breathe hard.
A leadoff for first base for Crichton. Listy at third. Padgett comes set from the stretch. The 0-2. Went off speed and low. Runner takes off from first. Stevenson throws down to second. Runner is safe. Listy stays put at third.
Ooh.
Clemson with 2 in scoring position on a pitch.
Yeah, that got away from Luke. That typically doesn't happen.
Well, mini jam here for Padgett. Obviously not a jam by the scoreboard standards, 14-3, but 2 in scoring position, 1 out.
Wentworth awaits the 1-2. A little high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stokely, the first baseman for Carolina, behind the bag, near the line with his heels on the outfield cut. Everybody else at regular depth. Clemson with 2 on, 1 down, trailing 14-3 in the top half of the 8th. The 2-2. Scorched foul.
2-2. Here we go.
2 to Wentworth. The 9-hole hitter, Chufo in the on-deck circle. Clemson again adorned in the orange tops, white pants, and the purple helmets with the C on the front.
Yes, that is their attire.
Next to
That's the attire that they wear.
Strike 3 swinging. Down he goes. Second strikeout for Padgett. 2 outs in the inning.
Still got runners on second and third. So, I mean, they could still score.
This Carolina lead of
let's get one more out. One more out. Get to the 8th. And then, as long as we get to the 8th and we get to the 9th clean, then, boom, we're out of here.
Faced Lynch in the 3rd, then singled off of Johnson in the 5th, walked and scored in the 7th. Heels up 11 runs in the 8th. Initial offering. High fastball, 1-0.
Even without the 8-run quarter, the 8th run inning, Carolina's still up in this game 6-3.
Padgett's 1-0.
Still good. That's really damn good.
Good pinpoint precision. Called strike.
Boom. Right down the center.
1-1.
Right down the center.
Shortstop. Chufo, a Long Island kid, grew up in Medford, New York.
There's a lot of North Carolina fans up there. I noticed that even at the beginning of the game.
Georgetown.
With it being just right up the street, too. That helps.
Swung past that fastball, and it's 1-2.
Come on. One more. We can get to the bottom of the 8th.
3 years ago. And for the 4 years, he was a Hoya.
Get him, Cam.
2 seasons. His season last year cut in half because of injury. The 1-2. Fastball doesn't connect, and we play on in the 8th. 2 balls and 2 strikes. First time we've heard the mating call of the Bluebird today, Matt.
Well,
they're still in season.
Yeah, the Tar Heels having such a big lead.
Pat just got to put that behind him.
I had to say that ball looked like it was
the 2-2 to Chufo.
Pretty good.
Low 3-2. A walk would load the bases for Canarella, and that's not exactly what you want if you're a Carolina fan. Canarella hit a home run the last time he was at the plate on the 7th to get Clemson on the board. It's currently 14-3 Carolina in the top of the 8th. Runners at second and third, 2 away in the inning. Padgett comes set with the payoff pitch on the way. Inning over.
Bang! Let's go.
Found 94 on the radar gun.
He tried to crush it. I ain't gonna lie. Dude tried to straight up crush that ball. Thankfully, he did not.
That's exactly why Coach Forbes brought Padgett out of the bullpen. Strikes out 2 right-handers and a lefty, all of them swinging, and maintains this Carolina lead at 11.
1 run.
On to the bottom of the 8th.
2 left on base. The Tar Heels back to the dish.
Quite frankly, if we go 3 up and 3 down, I really don't care. To be honest with you, I'm ready, man. I'm ready, dog. I'm ready. Are you ready? Because I'm ready.
He does everything he can to keep his coworkers.
Nah, man, this has been a game that when North Carolina was going crazy, it's great. But I saw that it kind of gets boring because the game there is no back and forth, you know. But hey, we're having a good time. Matter of fact, I'm gonna quickly run and go grab. I normally cut the boom. I'm gonna quickly run and go grab another drink, and I will be right back to hang out with you guys for the rest of this game. Whew. I'm excited. Let's get it.
htsa.gov/the right seat.
Where do babies come from?
Good luck, Dad. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
It is that time again. Basketball camps are back, and young men who will be in 6th or 7th grade during the 2025-2026 school year can apply for a scholarship through their local electric cooperative to attend the UNC basketball school this June. Apply online at ncelectriccooperatives.com/sportscamps. North Carolina's electric cooperatives, building a brighter future for people and communities across the Tar Heel state. Carolina enjoys a 14-3 lead over Clemson in the home half of the 8th. Rom Kellis into pinch hit for Perry Hargett as the DH in the 8th spot. Carter French on deck. Then it's Kane Kepler to follow. Again, the Tar Heels lead the Tigers by 11. Hunting an ACC title. McGurnick's first pitch. Squirts away from the catcher. Gerald, and it's 1-0 to Kellis. Second pitch. That's blooped foul. And it's 1-1.
And Clemson has made a change behind the dish. It's Luke Gaffney now catching for Gerald. Otherwise, Clemson defensively remains the other starters.
Kellis takes a swing and bounces a foul ball into the Heels dugout behind third. 1-2 to the 229 hitter. Kellis with a home run, 10 RBIs this year. The homer came against Campbell about 3 weeks ago. Next pitch, calling out, looking at strike 3. And that's 3 strikeouts in a row for LeGurnick. 4 in the game for the Southpaw. Probably too little, too late, but in a game that could give you some telltale signs about what to do next time out, LeGurnick, I think, has made a pretty good case to be somebody that Clemson could rely on. Pitch to French, called a strike. Matt, it's 0-1.
Potential trusted arm for the Tigers when they get into regional play.
French 1 for 2 with a pair of walks and a run scored as he lays off a pitch downstairs to make it 1-1. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Carolina 14, Clemson 3. The key inning was the 5th. Carolina got 3 homers and 8 runs to open up a lead. 1-1. Stays low, 2-1. So Clemson will be left waiting through the night wondering.
And we back.
Will it host not just a regional, but potentially a super if it gets by the first weekend? The 2-1. Knee-high strike makes it 2-2. I don't think there'll be much wondering for Carolina. Florida State, another team operating on the fringes of top 8. Matt, what does your acumen tell you about where the Noles can expect to be?
I will tell you that the Noles are pretty big Southern Miss fans today as French swings through that one. Southern Miss is playing Coastal Carolina, and it sure feels like if Coastal wins the Sun Belt title, that'll be the last feather in their cap to claim the last top 8 national seed.
Coastal's been good, dude.
But if FSU is going to jump into the top 8, A, it would be a little bit of a surprise from the committee, and B, it would probably require Southern Miss to win that game against Coastal in the Sun Belt title.
So with 2 down, Kepley at the plate fouls off the first pitch.
Ooh.
And it's 0-1. Kellis and French both down on strikes. Nobody on base in a 14-3 game led by Carolina in the 8th. Tigers infield plays Kepley straight up. He's reached twice today.
Somebody's eating Slim Jims on ESPN. Somebody. I don't know who. I guess. Oh, right between. Oh, sweet.
Second base hit. Third time.
Nice. 2 outs, 1. Kepley on first now.
Break to the dish. What a day he's had. 3-run homer in the 5th. RBI single in the 2nd. Drove in another run in the 6th. Is it possible Carolina adds this already absurd 14-3 lead over Clemson?
Whoops.
Certainly within the realm of possibility, the way that Vanderbeek has played throughout this championship.
Legurnick's pitch beats Vandy's swing. The slider wins the moment. 0-1. Clemson's got the top of the order being up in the top of the ninth. Canarella, Purified.
Does Vandy got a home run in him? I kind of feel like he does. I kind of feel like Vandy can bring one home.
Legurnick with a look over to first base. The pitch.
I think so.
Fastball outside. 1-1 to Vanderbeek.
They ain't gonna serve him up 1-0.
His home run, maybe the most impressive of the lot today, over the Blue Monster into somebody's dinner in Tobacco Road. The 1-1 bounces away from the catcher Gaffney. Down to second base goes Kepley.
Dang, that ball went flying.
You know, given that Stevenson is 0 for 4 with a walk today, even though he has the 2 homers earlier on in the tournament, would not be shocked. Vanderbeek, most outstanding player. He literally did not get out on Friday night. Had a double and a run scored yesterday. That was his quietest game of the tournament.
A look to second. The pitch called strike 2-2. Well, you know you've got a balanced team when there's a good argument to be had about which one of your guys was the best over a weekend like this. Carolina played
no
3
joke.
games, all very different games with massive performances at the most important times from several leading characters as Vanderbeek called out looking at strike 3. Fastball ran right across his letters. And that's Legurnick's 6th strikeout. Strikes out the
that ball was a little high.
Stranded, no runs.
I ain't gonna lie. That ball is smidge up there.
8 innings.
It was a smidge up there. But here we are. This is the inning. This is the inning that we have been waiting
their 9th ACC title.
right over an hour for. The top of the ninth. 3 up,
affordable,
3 down. That's all we need.
The characteristics that have built the foundation for B&T Heating and Air Conditioning since
3 up
opening its
and
doors
3 down. That's all we need.
B&T Heating and Air Conditioning is proud to serve communities across the Raleigh-Durham area.
No run scored.
To anywhere in between. To schedule your heating, whole house generator, or
3 Tigers sat back down.
Their website at bntheatingandair.com.
And then
B&T Heating and Air Conditioning, generators,
Championship
and
Sunday. We've already got we're 1 or 2 right now. Championships. Women's lacrosse, perfect season, 22-0. National champions.
And the friendship.
UNC baseball, ACC champions. We will see.
And you planned ahead by bringing.
We will see right here and just hopefully right here in the next few minutes. I'm gonna get rid of these. I'm gonna get rid of these ads though. And yeet. There we go. Oh yeah, that is true. Lacrosse is a very fun sport, and those girls take that thing seriously. Sweet. So Seagraves is Seagraves making it?
Appears stuck on 11 titles for the foreseeable future, but the Tigers had a good run to get here. Jay Dillard leads off from the right side. Pinch hitting for Canarella.
All right, here we go.
And the righty takes a strike.
That's 1.
0-1.
0-1, baby. Let's go.
Dillard just a 118 hitter this year, 2 for 17.
Come on. Come on.
Next pitch, a little high.
It is. Yeah, it is. It
1-1 to the leadoff man in the ninth.
Oh, there's a wolf pack sitting there. There's an NC Stater.
Around the infield.
Let's go Heels. That's it, Ron. That's it. Let's go Heels, baby.
Clip the black outer half. 1-2 the count to Dillard.
Come on. Come on.
Clemson looks like it'll pinch hit for Purify as well coming up next. In the meantime, the 1-2. Vaulted foul, and that got past the net into the seats.
Well, congratulations, that kid that was dumping
Still
water on
1
himself.
and 2 to Dillard.
Josh
Does Clemson still get a top 8 seed? That is the biggest question. That's a huge question. They are going to be considering how this game went. This is
2 balls and 2 strikes.
They don't have a good standing for it.
14-3 on the Tigers.
They're going to be. It's going to be a selection Sunday or selection Monday. Excuse me. Tomorrow is going to be very interesting for them.
2-2.
Very interesting for them. They are not guaranteed one. No.
3 and 2 to Dillard.
Oh, come on, man. Come on, Paget.
Boaz
finish it up, brother.
Walk to Pano back in the 8th that turned into a
But yeah,
run.
Travis. I really
of the 3 runs
with them,
2 of them
you know, having this kind of game, I just on balls. I don't know. I really don't.
Ball 4 high, and Paget lost.
Woo! Daggone. He tried to send that thing to freaking Tennessee.
Carolina's rung up 12 strikeouts from the mound today, but has issued 6 walks.
RPI was
Carolina didn't walk anybody in the first game against BC.
Yeah.
The Noles.
Yeah, Clemson's been a good team. Clemson's been a good team. They've had a difficult, little run.
Takes a strike to make it 0-1.
But considering everything with the SEC, all their teams and how well they've played and everything, it's gonna be curious. They've been talking about it on the broadcast the entire time, like especially after the bottom of the 5th when Carolina went nuts and scored those 8 runs. 0-2. Here we go. But it's going to be a who knows
in 2025.
They could, yes, but them and Clemson or them and Florida State both kind of wondering where they're going to be.
Strike 3 looking. There's 1 down on Paget's 4th strikeout of the ball game. Lynch got things started for 4 innings. Johnson took the reins for the next 2 2/3.
Come on, baby. Just finish it. Just finish it.
And now the floor is Cam Paget's.
Get after it, Cam.
Bullpen activity continues for Carolina. Paget's pitch count. This will be his 30th.
We'll have to put some more threads on these bottle caps. These bottle caps going on a little bit. Taking a little bit longer to get off and a little bit longer to get back on.
A runner at first. 1 down in the 9th. Heels 14. Tigers 3. Paget's pitch. That's blasted up into the sky. Shallow right field. Bass coming in. Calls off Vanderbreak. It's the 2nd out of the 9th, and the Tar Heels are on the lip of the cup.
Just 1, baby. Just 1. And Scott Ford just standing like
1 more out to get. Carolina fans rising.
I love Scott. Scott's good dude.
It's Hideki Prather from the right side to face
off.
Cam
Come on. This is it. Hold on a second.
With the ACC title on the line today in Durham, Carolina leads Clemson 14-3 in the top of the 9th.
Come on.
Paget's first pitch. A ball high to Prather. It's 1-0. Prather 2 for 3 this year with the run scored. He makes his 4th appearance of the season. Paget sends a high fastball his way. 1-1 on the swing and miss. Count even to Prather with 2 down and a runner at first in the top of the 9th. Carolina trying to close out Clemson up 14-3. Next pitch. Prather lines to left center. Here comes Kepley. Can't make the play. French has to back it up. Prather into second, sliding.
That ball was in his glove and bounced out. Oh, what a diving effort by Kepley, dude. Holy cow.
To finish the weekend in Durham, but we continue to play on. 2 Tigers in scoring position.
Yeah.
But a long road back. Clemson down 14-3 to the Tar Heels. Dominic Listy stays in the game. He hits from the left side. Listy has flied out, walked twice, and has been hit by a pitch. 0 for 1 in the game. First pitch, Padgett gets a ground ball that gets under the glove of Madera and into center field. A run scores, and Clemson is down 14-4.
Dang it.
It's a hard-hit ball. Madera was charging in 99 times out of 100. He probably makes a clean play on that. Is it possible Madera's charged with an error? Among the things that you almost never see happen?
It took a big hop off the mound and then a short hop in front of Madera.
Yeah, it hopped right in front of him.
Scalded off the bat. We'll see.
Tigers at first and third. Gaffney at the plate. Pops the first pitch up and foul. 0-1.
They give Listy a base hit.
Madera up for the Brooks Wallace Award, goes to the best shortstop in the country, and he has been dynamite this year. The 0-1 pitch to Gaffney. Runner takes off from first. Fly ball to right field. Kepley and Bass converge. This is Bass's ball, and this is Carolina's championship.
Let's go!
The trophy case. Carolina.
Let's go!
14-4.
Let's go, baby!
To claim the
UNC!
program's 9th
Yes!
ACC title. And there was
Man.
no doubt who the top dog was today. It was all Carolina.
Let's
all day
go!
long.
14-4. North Carolina is your ACC
capitalized on a
champions.
drop
Let's go,
fly
dude.
ball in center field.
Hot dog,
making
man.
Clemson pay for their mistakes. Carolina built the lead to 4-0.
Clemson is a good
Tigers had their
team,
chance
but
to punch
holy
back
cow,
in the
did
fourth.
North Carolina not come out here and just
Coach Forbes left
destroy
his freshman
that?
starter Ryan Lynch.
Oh my
making his
gosh.
first
Yeah,
major
absolutely,
start.
Travis.
Lynch wiggled
This
out of
was
trouble. The momentum
I
swung
honestly
back
expected a
Carolina's
whole heck of a
way.
lot different of a game.
That led to the 8-run
I
inning in the
expected,
fifth,
this
and
to be a back and
ultimately
forth tug of war.
Carolina
See it at
rolls
the
to
very end.
victory
FSU
in
hats off
claiming
to Carolina
an ACC
team
tournament
all around.
championship
Absolutely,
here
man.
in
And FSU's no slouch either. FSU is, I feel like
Carolina celebrates
you know,
across the infield. Clemson comes out of the dugout.
we knew the Clemson team was going to be really
to
good,
shake
but
hands with
you
this
know,
year's
the
ACC
game yesterday
champion. It's the
against
Tar
Florida State,
Heels,
that was the
winning the top prize in the Bull
that
City.
was the ACC championship game, really,
14-4.
honestly.
Final score.
Boy, I tell you,
The Tar
Tar Heel
Heels
Run, the way we've been
will head
playing,
to the
I like our
NCAA
chances against
tournament,
anyone.
42-12.
We'll see. It's got to
Clemson
continue.
goes
Your
its
bats
way
got really hot
44
today.
and
Holy cow, dude!
16.
I mean, to see.
And if eyebrows
See
weren't
how
raised
that's
last
a
week in
beautiful trophy.
Tallahassee with
That
those
is a
first
that's
two
a
games
big
going
beautiful
to West
trophy.
Carolina,
Gotta love it.
This
but
weekend has
holy
been
cow,
an
dude!
absolute
That has been
demonstration of what this program is capable of.
yes.
Beating Boston College 7-2, outlasting Florida State 7-5, and thumping Clemson 14-4. Make no mistake, Clemson, good program.
Absolutely, dude.
Good
Clemson
program.
is a
good team
legit,
this year.
legit
Carolina playing their third
program.
game of this tournament. Clemson playing their fourth.
Holy cow, man! And
That
to see
imbalance
Carolina do what
created by
they've
the
done
new format this year
is
that leads
is
to
crazy,
that
dog.
advantage for the Tar
That is
Heels
crazy.
here today. And it's
I
the
tell
winning
you, man.
advantage because of how Carolina was able to capitalize on that mismatch.
Oh man,
The championship T-shirts go on to the players down
yes
on the
they do.
field.
And boy, don't they look good.
There are hugs. There are handshakes. There is a celebration breaking out in Durham on a Memorial Day Sunday.
And there's a celebration
Durham, North
breaking
Carolina.
out
The
right
Tar Heels
here
with their
at
fourth ACC
the
title
Hill
in
Brothers
the city.
as our UNC
84,
baseball team, our 2025 team, is once again
2019, and
ACC
2025.
championship. Second
The 4
time in the
years
Scott
Tar
Forbes
Heels have
era,
taken it all
and now they're
here in
giving
Durham.
themselves a great position
Carolina
to
wins its
move
95th game of the
forward
event.
in this right here. You got
And
selection starting
recently
tomorrow, or
has been as good as
anybody.
anybody.
Selection Monday, and see you in Omaha.
in this event
Hopefully,
since
boy, I would
2017.
I would be totally down for that. I would be 100% down with that, man. Back to back
ACC
Omaha
title
years, I'll take
appearance
that from North
results
Carolina.
in its ninth
That would be fun.
ACC championship.
Absolutely would be. But
And
man, this has been
exercising some
great.
demons
Hopefully,
against
you guys
Clemson
have
as well.
enjoyed this. I'm gonna
This
go
was
ahead
the
and cut the
fourth time.
broadcast. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed, listening to the broadcast with me. Again, I used the Varsity Network. You guys can go over there and download their app. You can go listen to all of the broadcasts, all the sporting broadcasts for free. There isn't any subscriptions or anything like that for it. You can go do it completely for free. It's just a radio broadcast. It's not an actual like video of the game, but you can listen to the radio broadcasts. So you can go check that out and have a good time with that anytime that the Tar Heels play or anybody plays for that matter. They do it all across the country. So that was a fun game. I absolutely enjoyed that. Did not expect North Carolina to come out playing as well as they did, but holy cow, they came out there and did their thing. So we're going to get out of here. Thank you guys. Thank you all for watching. Only thing I know to do is to just play Carolina victory. So let's do that, shall we? Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. And as always, go Heels. And it's Championship Sunday. 2 championships, a Natty and an ACC. Woo! Let's go, dude.